Good morning, Prakash. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, this is a webinar, so you won't be able to see all the other participants. Only the panelists will be there when they go live.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
So
much.
yeah, that is why you were not able to, you got in the chat. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you have a question during the meeting, you can,
Yeah, I'll post it in the chat.
yeah, or you can post in the chat or in the Q&A part.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
District electro. Ora. Yan naman ito.
हमने तो जानबूझ के नहीं लिया, हमको पता है कि इस टाइम में अगर, क्योंकि देखो ये डिजास्टर का मैंने किया मेरा
Rutuj, you have your hand raised. You wanted to say something? Hello.
राजा, डेनी, हेलो।
हाँ चंदू भैया सुन रहे हैं?
हाँ
या
डेनी,
सुन रहे हैं?
कितना बजे शुरू करें? 11, 11:10?
सुन रहे हैं आपको, बोलिए।
नहीं, कितना बजे शुरू करें? 11:10 तक?
मैंने अभी डीजी जब भी बोलेगा, शुरू तो है ही है, डीजी जब भी बोलेगा मीटिंग
हाँ,
स्टार्ट हो
नहीं, वो
जाएगी।
अपना तो चीफ गेस्ट आना पड़ेगा ना।
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
चीफ गेस्ट कितना
इसका
बजे
तो
ज्वाइन कर रहा है?
आई थिंक 11, 10 या 15 ऐसा टाइम दिया हुआ है।
अच्छा, ठीक है।
कितना
तो
दिया हुआ
बस चीफ गेस्ट आने के साथ साथ शुरू कर
Chief
देंगे हम
guest?
लोग। As soon as the chief guest will join, we will
11
start.
10 11 10 दिया हुआ है।
Okay, चलो ठीक है। So
ठीक है।
we'll start by 11:10.
ठीक है।
Okay.
ओके।
Hello. Hello. हाँ, क्यों? उसमें क्या बात है? ये क्या बात है? ठीक है।
Hello.
Hello, who is this Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge? Can you
Hello.
identify yourself? Samsung Galaxy
I'm Prabhat
S7 Edge.
Kedia.
Oh yeah, Prabhada. Sorry, I'm promoting you and renaming you. Naveen from Kalimpong, good morning. You wanted to say something? Naveen, I have unmuted you. Your hand is raised. Do you want to say something?
My audio is not working.
Is it? It is working now. I can
Yes, yes.
see.
Now
I
it's
can see
working.
you.
Yes, yes.
I can
Yes,
hear you.
yes.
But the thing, Naveen, the thing is that this is a webinar, so there will be no two-way communication right now. That is why one will be muted. Okay, Naveen.
Understood.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah. Welcome, Devashishta. Welcome, Prabhada.
Thank you, Dini. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm renaming Prabhada.
Yeah, it's better to rename
Yesterday afternoon session there was no problem, no glitch. In fact,
No
morning session-
no glitch, Prabhati. All
Yeah.
was fine.
All, I think everything must have been solved by now. No? The problem.
Yeah.
It's a learning curve. We are just going through one by one.
नहीं ठीक है बढ़िया है. Then you are doing good job.
Good morning, Governor.
Good morning. Deni has become an expert now.
See, we have given a parallel classification for Danny now. In the morning, he can be a dentist, and in the afternoon, he can be a IT jockey.
But yesterday he was the dentist and the IT jockey also. No, that's the problem. Because
That's what I said.
He will be watching the smile of everybody.
Yeah. Yesterday, I think I got my video on from the chamber only. So
that's one. But whatever it is, chalo, theek hai, at least
yeah.
learning.
Welcome. Arindam from Bolpur is here.
Yeah.
Danny.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Devashishta.
Hey, good morning, Arindam. Nice to see you.
Arindam, good morning.
DGP, good morning.
Good
Prabhata,
morning.
good morning. Thank you. Danny, thank you.
Yeah. I missed you yesterday, actually. I was looking for attendees, but so I had already added you here. So
Yeah.
got confused. You're looking, yeah. Mandeep is here. Mandeep, good morning.
Good morning, Danny. Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Good morning,
everybody.
all set, Mandeep?
Yeah.
Your zonal presidents are here.
All of them have not joined yet.
Call them, Mandeep, call them.
Mandeep,
Okay.
it's already 11.
Yeah, call them. Give each one of them a call.
Half an hour I had rung up each and every one. I'll do it again.
Good morning, Mandeep. Sanuda, good morning.
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 Sanuda, good morning.
Morning.
We have. Hello, Ashokda, this is Danny here. Can you hear me?
Danny,
Yeah.
keep an eye on Venki's joining, huh?
Okay, but Venki, we have sent a group, he's
No,
not here.
Venki will join with link only, but still
Yeah.
we have to a little careful.
There is a Ashok Agarwal here. I don't know whether this is.
I think this Ashok Agarwal is Dimapur.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
From
Ashokda.
Shantiniketan.
Ashokda, good
Okay.
morning.
Good morning.
Danny,
I'm putting you. Yeah, I'm promoting.
meeting
Yes.
Ashok Agarwal.
Yeah, I know. That is why I unmuted and asked.
Ashokda, what happened yesterday? Also, Ashok Agarwal joined. So I thought you. Then I came to then Shaponda told me it was not Bolpur Ashok Agarwal, it was Dimapur Ashok Agarwal.
Yeah, you are here, Ashok now.
Yeah.
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 Good.
Why? Can you see me also?
No, I cannot see you.
no,
Ashok. Your video is off.
Your video is off, Ashokda.
Off. Okay. There you are.
Yes, we can see you now.
Yeah.
Right.
We can see you now.
There you are.
Good morning, Ashok da.
Good morning.
Arindam.
Good morning, Arindam. You are doing a wonderful work. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for doing such a wonderful job.
Thank you.
They have been distributing food packets to, those people who don't get really those foods.
Yes.
So they have been doing an excellent job in the community.
Oh, yes. And every day there's something or the other.
Yes.
Every day.
Yeah, there are a few clubs like Silchar, Greenlander, and even like Bolpur on this side. They do projects almost every day.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Right.
At Dimapur, Ashok Agarwal is also doing very good job. In fact.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Dimapur is also doing very
Dimapur
good
also.
You see, the name Ashok itself is such that
He's taking all.
name, they go on doing work.
He's taking all the credit now.
So Ashokda, is there any possibility to change the name?
Which name?
Change it to my name, change it to Ashok, or somebody else wants to change it to name to Ashok.
Too late for the day. So how many people have joined us?
Already 104.
We have 104 right now.
दिमापुर से जाने वाला तो
The AGs are yet to join. We are waiting.
I see. Okay. When is Venki likely to come? 11 o'clock.
11:10.
10.
11:10.
Okay. Kaveri has come or not?
Yes, Kaveri is here.
Yeah, Kaveri joined.
Good morning, Ashokji.
Good morning, my president. Where is your wonderful
Nice
face?
to see you after a long time.
I don't see your face, the smiling face.
You cannot see my face?
No.
Kaveri Bab, your video is off.
My video is off.
Yeah.
We can't see you. Oh,
There you
we-
are. Now we
there
can
you
see
are.
you. Yes.
Okay, here I am.
Now we can see.
Chandu ka bhi video off hai.
Mandeep also.
चंदू अभी बिजनेस कर रहा है.
Wait.
Oh, I see.
Yesterday also he was doing business.
So under this new lockdown rule, what is allowed and what is not allowed is really confusing.
What is allowed means?
Very confusing.
Yes, they are saying that in green zone, everything is allowed, excepting those 5 or 6 things.
Mm.
Besides, everything else is allowed. In this orange zone, there is a little bit of confusion.
Finally, fellowship is allowed.
Fellowship, sipping is also, because mandir is closed, but my khana is open. You can buy your drinks now.
सुप्रिया का आपले 2 घुट चा बनेबो ना एलार बाद
आज देखते हैं असेंबली में बंगाल वालों की अटेंडेंस ज्यादा होती है या नॉर्थ ईस्ट वालों की। अवेरी जी गुड मॉर्निंग।
Approaching.
Morning, good morning, Prabhat ji.
से नॉर्थ ईस्ट वाले देखना चाहेंगे कि बंगाल में सुभाषिस ने क्या स्पेशल इंट्रोड्यूस किया।
नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जा रहा। Yesterday it was 150, I think.
Yeah, it's plus more than 150.
167, Kaveri.
How many?
167.
Okay, 167.
Subhashda, we had 196 at one time.
That is originally our expected number, around
We had
350 people.
We had 196 at one time. Yeah, that was the highest.
196.
Yeah.
Denny, all the assistant governors have joined.
No, they haven't. We are still missing Dr. Asim, Partha Sorkar, Partha Bhattacharya.
Raja can give a call
To whom?
Yeah,
to the assistant governors who have not joined yet.
I am already calling that. I am calling that.
Asimda is here. I have already.
I made IB panelist.
Yeah, IB I have already done.
Asim has joined.
Yeah, Asim has joined. Yes, just now. Hello.
अटेंडेंस तो और ज्यादा होनी चाहिए, ऐसा
you are
थोड़ी लगता
doctor.
है इसमें ज्वाइन करने का।
प्रभा जी सब लाहे लाहे आ रहा है लगता है।
हाँ। In fact, 400-500 people should join.
Yeah.
This kind of virtual meet.
Correct.
चलो ठीक है। Well, maybe having some other programs.
प्रभात जी क्या हैंड होल्ड इक्विपमेंट ले रखे हैं क्या, मतलब मोबाइल में?
हाँ मोबाइल में। यस, आई एम ऑलवेज ऑन मोबाइल। मेरा लैपटॉप वाला अभी सीखना पड़ेगा कनेक्शन। आप लोग ये सब में पहले से एक्सपर्ट है ना, मैं तो धीरे-धीरे।
नहीं, कोई एक्सपर्टीज नहीं।
We have Partha Bhattacharya also.
Partha Sarkar has already joined.
एक्सपर्ट तो डैनी है, बस डैनी के अलावा कोई एक्सपर्ट नहीं है। सुभाषिस है, डैनी है, बस दैट्स ऑल।
Arindam has also learned.
Arindam is a good student.
Arindam is a good student because now he has been doing for our team basically.
परसों राजकमल ने लैपटॉप से लगा रखा था, उसके 10 मिनट तक उसकी वॉइस ही नहीं सुनाई।
और सिर्फ उसका कान ही दिख रहा था।
Get to then switch to mobile. उसको आपके then we could hear him.
Years.
I will join.
सुनील संदीप को देखो एक बार।
नमस्ते।
Sandeep, I think I have already promoted. Oh, he is not. He went. Sandeep is already here.
Sandeep is here.
Sandeep Ghoshal is here.
वेंकी मेरा बैचमेट है, इसलिए मैं उसका इंतजार कर रहा हूँ।
Hello.
Come to our Gangtok conference.
Yeah, Partha is also here.
No.
Danny, all 6 AGs are there.
No.
Okay, yeah, I've got all 6 AGs.
सब अगला महीना मैंने खुला से भी कोई नहीं करा ना, संडे ना अगला महीना नहीं करेंगे ना, हल्की तो खुला के खुला नहीं खुला सब जमेला ही है। और ये तो आदमी गेट टुगेदर 5 आदमी से ज्यादा भी तो मना ही है ना।
म्यूट में जो है बोलना वाला है, ये नहीं बोलने वाला है ना। अनम्यूट होने से तो बोल सकता है ना।
हाँ, अनम्यूट होने से बोल सकते हैं, अनम्यूट होने से बोल सकते हैं।
Tapanda wants to say something, I suppose.
Who?
Tapanda is saying, meet me.
Tapanda is here? Yeah, I'm promoting Tapanda right now.
सपन जी आज मेंबरशिप पे टॉक, आज का एजेंडा नहीं आया।
Same agenda as yesterday.
Same agenda, Prabhat ji. Only the chief guest and the guest of honor is changed.
एजेंडा
Same agenda.
Okay.
Same agenda, same topic.
Sapanda is here.
Who are the
Please
guests
welcome.
of honor?
Chief guest is Venki and guest of honor is Valerie Wefre, RIDN from Canada.
अच्छा अच्छा।
Sapanda, good morning.
वाह।
गुड मॉर्निंग डैनी, गुड मॉर्निंग
क्या बोले
सपन जी
प्रभा?
गुड मॉर्निंग।
अरे वाह सपन, अपने
जी
क्या
क्या
नाम
बोले?
है, अपने यहाँ
ये-
का वर्कशॉप का शर्ट पहन
हाँ
रखी।
जी, हाँ लेकिन बदकिस्मती ये है कि मुझे मिला था जाके एटलांटा में।
क्या हो गया?
ये शर्ट मेरे को मिला था एज ए गिफ्ट एट अटलांटा। एनीवेज
अटलांटा में? अच्छा।
यहाँ इंडिया में नहीं मिला था मुझे।
I think we have around 160 participants already.
Let me just comment.
Danny, 160 participants, but I can view only 2 pages.
No, you cannot view everyone because this is a webinar. It is not a Zoom
Okay.
meeting.
Okay.
Not be able to view everybody.
Okay. Is there any difference to join? Because some of my members, president-elects, wants to join, but
There as an attendee. There as an
No,
attendee over there.
No.
They can join as attendee. They are in the attendee list. But the problem is that video will not be coming. Only the panelists' video is online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I must communicate this to them.
Yes. yes.
And also Ashimda,
Yes.
When joining, it might ask for their email address. Ask them to put any email address. Any.
Okay.
Do not
And the screen name.
any email address they can put.
Okay.
And Shivashi's screen name also.
Hi, Venki.
Screen name also.
Okay.
I think chief guest has joined.
Yes.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning,
sir.
friends.
Good morning.
Good morning, Venki.
Morning, Vicky. I think we should start.
Chandu, pass governor Chandu.
Unmute me. Yeah.
Chandu is
I'm
there.
audible.
Yes.
you are audible?
Yes, you are.
And chief guest has joined. So Chandu, we can go ahead.
Welcome.
And we can start.
Welcome, RI Director Nominee AS Vintesh.
Thank you.
हाय वेंकी।
So we can proceed, Raja.
Yes, Chandu, please.
Okay, just. I hope everyone who has joined has settled down. So we will begin our online district training assembly e-Pathshala 2 for Zone 1 to 6. We have a fruitful district training assembly 1 yesterday of Zone 7 to 12, and people are really motivated. So we are proceeding ahead. So first of all, I call upon our district governor, Dr. Devasis Das, to please formally call this district training assembly e-Pathshala to order. Dr. Devasis Das, please.
Good morning, everyone. Friends, welcome again to this virtual online district training assembly. The second edition, of course. Yesterday we had the first one. This is for zones 1 to 6 to order on the 3rd of May at 11:10 a.m. Yeah, Chandu.
Thank you, Devasis. So the meeting is in order. I request everyone who have joined to stand at their place and let's sing the national anthem. Denny, you can play the national anthem online, please.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य दाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone. So we can proceed with the agenda. The very first agenda is remarks and the welcome by the district trainer. So thank you everyone for joining this e-Pathshala, the district training assembly of our district 3240. It's really it's a new experience for all of us because of the situation. All of us are going through a critical situation, I can say. And after all this, the Rotary should go on, and we are thankful to the Rotary International who has allowed us to conduct all the training program which are mandatory as per Rotary International online. And we are thankful to our IT man, our district governor-elect Swashish Chatterjee, for taking all the initiatives and organizing the e-trainings. We already have completed the grant management seminar and the first phase of the district training assembly 1, and now we are in the 2. To go ahead before I just welcome the chief guest of this district training assembly, Rotary International Director nominee, past district governor A.S. Vintes. We welcome you, sir, and thankful to you for accepting our invitation and join us on this virtual training program of our district 3240. Thank you and welcome you, sir. Today we will have the guest of honors in the second session, the trustee, Rotary International Director nominee, Valerie Wafer from District 37010. She will join us in the second half. And then we have the invited resource person from other districts, Rotarian Karthik Kitu from 3190. He is going to take us and speak us on new generation. Then we have the past president from District 3291, Mr. Binod Khetan. He will speak about the Create a Service project, and past president Mohan Kumar from 3190. Apart from this, we will going to have the resource person from 326 past president Harsh Gupta about the importance of club administration, and then we will have the past district governor, Dr. Nicholas Trivedi from 3261. He is going to address us on the importance of the vocational service. Then we have our own past district governor, assistant Rotary coordinator, past district governor Sapan Chaudhary. He is going to share his views on the membership challenges which the Rotary will face post COVID-19. Then we will have our own past presidents who are going to take the different session. I welcome all of them to this program, and I welcome all the assistant governors who have joined, the incoming assistant governors, all the president-elect, and the board members who are with us this morning. Welcome one and all. Friends, this is because of the situation, we have learned many new things, and we are thankful to the technology that we have in this world, and taking the full advantage of this, we are associated with each other. We are not meeting physically, but we are in touch with each other and planning to do more for the Rotary in the year 2021. My dear incoming leaders, rank does not confirm privilege or give power. It improves responsibility. Accept responsibility for your action. Be accountable for your result. You are the future leader. the leader for the year to come. A great responsibility is being entrusted upon you. So make the most of it and create a difference in the life of the people. There is so much that one could do. So do not waste a single day of your tenure. Have a plan in place for each activity of the future well in advance. Be dedicated and meticulous in your work, and it would not be long before you start to see the result. The fruit results of your hard work is going to bear, and you will see the successful results. As Ratan Tata said, and I quote, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. Work as a team with your office bearers, your members, and the other officers at the district levels for fruitful results to change the ideas into reality. Friends, let us join hands and work towards fulfilling the expectations and dreams that everyone has. Let us inspire each other, and not just because better Rotarians, but for better persons. Believe in the charm, in the power of Rotary. Invest yourself gladly and wholeheartedly to Rotary and watch the magic unravel. This is your time. It will never come again. Make the most of it and be a gift to the world by serving humanities, because the Rotary has opened the opportunities. I think our president, Rotary International president-elect, has foreseen the situation we are going to face, and he has given us the right theme of Rotary opens the opportunity. The theme has true, in great sense, he has given us to be connected through the virtual online meetings, and we are doing much more than we are doing before during this COVID situations. With the support of from our higher officers at the international level, the India leaders are always there to support us and guide us how we can serve and do better for the society in these crucial hours. As you all know that the district training assembly as a mandatory program for the president-elects and all the incoming office board members and the committee chairmen. And we are going to have this in our district. After this, we will complete all the mandatory trainings which are prescribed in the RI manuals once we complete this training. And then only we have the Rotary India guidelines to conduct the level 2 literacy meeting, which we are planning to have in the next week. We will discuss about it, and we will share all the details with all the club president and the club literacy chair, and we will conduct this in the next week only. Friends, why we conduct the training programs? What is the importance of the training? Training is a vital part, and it is important in every organization. So is in Rotary. The one first is the new hire orientation. The training is particularly important for new office bearers and the new members. They can be conducted by the resource persons that we are going to conduct today. Tackle shortcomings. Every individual has some shortcomings, and training and development helps members, the Rotarians, iron them out. Improvement in the performance. The training improves the performance of every Rotarian. If shortcomings and weakness are addressed, it is obvious that all the Rotarians' performance will improve, and it will help us to carry out our target, our desired goals and the plans and program in a more effective way. If all the members are given the proper training and they know how to work and how to go ahead. It gives us the satisfaction. It gives the satisfaction to us, to all the members, to work as a team for the betterment in the Rotary and for the peoples in the society we are living in. The training increases the productivity. In a rapid evolving landscape, productivity is not only dependent on us, but also on the technology we use. Training and development goes a long way in getting Rotarians up to date with new technology. Use exciting existing ones better and then discard the outdated ones. This goes a long way in getting things done effectively and in the most productive way. So these are the few points I have in mind that is important
of this district training program we conduct in the Rotary, and I am sure that today's we have the knowledgeable resource person with us who are going to impart the best of the knowledge to us and will motivate our future leader of 2021, and they will be benefited out of this. I am sure that you will compile by and learn more and will go ahead and plan accordingly for the year 2021, so that in this crucial hour, the year 2021 is going to be a challenging for us, because the post COVID-19 situation will not be as easy as before. But after all odds, we have to survive ourselves first, and then we have to go and serve the people so that we can live together with peace and harmony in the days to come. And the Rotary has to go a long way. Our leaders are there, very supportive to us. They are giving us full support. They have given so much of support through the global grant, through the Rotary Foundation in this crucial hour to carry out and serve the peoples in every corner of the world, which was never been made before. So we can see how the optimistic the Rotary leaders are, and we should be. And to follow and to continuity, we should continue in the year to come, 2021. So before you take the charge on the 1st July 2020, is my humble appeal to all of you. After all the training is completed, get in touch with all your board members and the club members through the online program. I know that a physical meeting may not be possible in this hour. So conduct the board meeting through Zoom and the general meeting with Zoom. Finalize your plans and program, or even you can have your club assembly online on Zoom and can finalize and choke out the plan and programs for the 2021. So that when you begin your year on 1st July, you are ready with everything and you start acting immediately, so that not even a single day is wasted. With these few words, I wish all of you a very knowledgeable and productive assembly ahead today, and I am sure that you will take the full advantage of it and go ahead to serve the society in the year 2021. Thank you all of you. Now coming ahead with the agenda, we have the opening remarks by our district governor, Dr. Devasis Das. I request him to please take his time and give his opening remark. Dr. Devasis, please. Dr. Devasis, Denny, unmute him, please. Denny?
Devashish is not here on the panelist list. He had some.
Danny, I have brought Devashish into panelist list. He was
Okay.
in the.
No, he was here. I think he logged out or something. I don't know.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here now.
Devashish, please give your opening remarks. You are welcome.
Yeah.
Please.
Video of class.
Put spotlight on Devashish.
Yeah. It will be automatically will come.
Yeah, it's done.
It will come. It will come. It will come. It will come. Chandu, wait.
Yeah, okay.
No, it is done already. It is not coming. That is why we're just waiting for it.
Devashish, can you hear us?
I think he has some connection issue.
Let's wait for some second. Raja, can we have the welcome address by Kaveri first?
Go ahead with Kaveri. I'll just go ahead with.
Denny, unmute Kaveri.
Yes, yes. Unmuted, unmuted.
Okay, Kaveri, I request you to please present your welcome address on behalf of the host club of the E-Pathshala, the Rotary Club of Shillong Heritage. Yes, Kaveri.
Thank you, PDG Rotarian Chandu. Respected DG Rotarian Dr. Devasis Das, DGE Rotarian Chief Guest of today's EDTA, RIDN Rotarian AS Venkatesh, Guest of Honor Rotarian Valerie, PDG Rotarian Prabhatji, PDG Rotarian Ashokji, PDG Rotarian Chapanda, and all other PDGs present here today, District Trainer, PDG Rotarian Chandu, all incoming AGs from Zone 1 to 6, all the resource persons inside and outside the district, and my dear Rotarian friends. A very good morning to you all. We completed the first phase of EDTA yesterday, and it was a resounding success. Today we are having the second part of EDTA for Zone 1 to 6. And on behalf of the Rotary Club of Shillong Heritage, it is my privilege to extend our warmest welcome to everybody present in this first ever virtual DTA. As you all know that the physical DTA was scheduled to be hosted by Rotary Club Shillong Heritage in Shillong on 3rd of April 2020. When this offer was given to our club, it generated great enthusiasm among all our members because most of the members are new. And the preparations were started in right earnest. We received overwhelming support from all the clubs in our district 3240. I am glad to inform you that we received around 200 early bird registrations. And of course, our expectation was that after spot registration, our total tally will reach somewhere around 400. But as the saying goes, man proposes, but God disposes, which was also mentioned by our DGE Subhasis yesterday. God had different plan for all of us. With the advent of COVID-19, all our efforts were negated. And we could not welcome all of you physically and offer our fellowship. So I'm taking this opportunity. I, on behalf of RC Shillong Heritage, extend to you all our warmest welcome to this virtual DTA. It is our privilege and honor to welcome the chief guest of today's EDTA, RIDN Rotarian AS Venkatesh, fondly called as Venky. Many times I met him earlier also. Guest of honor, Rotarian Valerie, who is going to join us in the next session. DG Rotarian Dr. Devashis, DGE Rotarian Shubhasis, all PDGs present here, District Trainer, PDG Rotarian Chandu, all AGs of Zone 1 to 6, and above all, the participants. COVID-19 can stop us from physically meet each other. However, it can never stop us from interacting with each other digitally. In the midst of all this, Rotary can surely be a bright light and a sunshine beacon of goodwill amongst us. Thanking each and everyone, and again I am offering our heartiest welcome to all of you to this EDTA and wishing you all success. Thank you so much. Over to PTZ Chandu.
Thank you, Kaveri, for your welcome address and the words you have spoken. And thank you so much. So moving ahead, we have now the District Governor Devasis Das for his opening remarks. I think he is available now. Yeah, Dr.
Yes.
Devasis, take your time, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chandu. My network was bad, so welcome again. RI Director nominee is Venkatesh, as rightly said. Venki is something which we are familiar with. The list of past district governors who are here already, like district trainer, also past district governor Chandu, district governor elect, the eastern governors of zone 1 to 6, the main participants today from zone 1 to 6, the Rotarians who are here, welcome again to this virtual district training assembly. Friends, I need to tell something. We talk about Venki. We met him during one of our membership seminars in Shillong. And this is something which we were looking forward to meeting him again physically, but somehow or the other it did not materialize. But whatever it is, this is again a platform of a virtual platform where we are going to see him, we are going to listen to him, and of course his thoughts and ideas for the years next, the future in Rotary, definitely we are going to hear from him. Friends, when we talk about the district training assembly, what are we going to do in this district training assembly? It's a place, it's a platform where all the Rotarian participants who would be here would be motivated by people, by leaders who are leaders in the field of Rotary, who would be there to motivate you, inspiring you, definitely. They would be giving you information. That is the most important thing. Information regarding Rotary. You would be sharing ideas with them. Your thoughts, your ideas would be shared. And when I say the information part, why is it so important? Rotary is always a dynamic organization. You have a continuity in leadership. Every year, leaders change. Whether it's from the RI president down to the club level, leaders change. And when leaders change, it's also essential that information, the right information about Rotary is given to the leaders who would be taking charge of the clubs. So this is something which I would request all the participants to learn from this training assembly. You have a galaxy of speakers, learned speakers for the whole day today. Clear your thoughts. Clear, if you have any ideas to share, please share your ideas. No one ever imagined that this would be the way to go forward. And I don't see that this is something like an obstacle or a problem that we are not meeting physically. We have connected well. As the theme goes, Rotary connects the world. We have connected well. And it has opened up the opportunities for all of us to do something, to learn something, to share something for the benefit of the community. Thank you, Chandu. Thank you, everyone. And it's over to Chandu again.
Yeah, thank you, District Governor Devasis, for your opening remarks. Thank you so much for your presence. So we are moving ahead. Now I request our District Governor-elect to share his thoughts on the Rotary Opens Opportunity, our theme for the year 2021. District Governor-elect Subhasis Chatterjee, please.
Thank you, District Trainer, Past Governor Chandu. Good morning to everyone. Warm welcome to our chief guest for this morning, RID nominee Venkatesh, whom we love to call always as Venki. Respected District Governor, past District Governors from the Council of Governors of 3240, whosoever present, my District Trainer, incoming Assistant Governors, other dignitaries, and the key persons of this meeting, all my incoming presidents and incoming board members of different Rotary clubs of Zone 1 to 6. A warm welcome and good morning to each and every one of you. Friends, we are meeting on this virtual platform for a training program that is a mandatory program given by RI, District Training Assembly. See, someone may be thinking that we were supposed to meet in Shillong physically, but we could not because of some reasons, and we are meeting on digitally here. But I could say this is an rare experience, and maybe this unprecedented situation has given us that opportunity to meet in such a way. And I was simply seeing the figure. The figure is for a sectional assembly is almost a 200. I doubt if it would have been a physical assembly, whether for a sectional 200 delegates would have been there or not. But this platform has given us an opportunity to meet 200 people in one platform. So let us welcome this change. I am just conveying some message from my RI president, Holger Nack. See, Rotary has adopted a vision statement. And I think each and every Rotarian has to understand this vision statement and do their work accordingly. And the statement goes something like that. I'm sure everyone knows it, but still I'm just telling once again that together we see a world. Together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe in our communities and in ourselves. Rotary has combined his entire ethos, entire goal or entire motive into these 4 lines. It says everything. And basis on this vision statement, Rotary has adapted also the new strategic plan. And this new strategic plan has 4 components. 4 components. Those are needs to be practiced in our day-to-day activities. And those goes like this. The first one says impact. We need to create an impact in the society by way of our service, by way of our professional ethics, everything. Impact does not mean only for we go for a service. Impact means Rotary as a whole, Rotarian as a whole, making an impact on the society. The second point is reach. We need to reach such a place where Rotary service is needed. So we need to reach those places with our services. And there are some places where Rotary hasn't been reached yet as an existence factor. So we need to take our Rotary there to have a new Rotary clubs, new Rotarians, new working hands to reach out a new community for service. And the third is engagement, which is very, very important, not only in Rotary, in any organizations. If you do not have engagement, the organization cannot grow. And this engagement is something which actually combines everyone into one thread. What does this engagement means? Engagement means that we need to do any project, any work involving our each and every Rotarians, involving our communities, involving our partners, so that we are having a larger impact, we are having a larger reach out, and Rotary's P are also going up, and also we would have a minimum attrition so far membership is concerned. If we are successfully engaging people into our work, definitely the outcome of result would be something different. And the last one is adapt, which is very true, not today. From Charles Darwin, it is proven. Survival of the fittest. Who can fit to himself in the current situation, he will survive, rest will know. So adaptability or adapt is something that we need to refresh it. We all have within us. Maybe we are not practicing much, but this is a time Rotary has given a call through his strategic plan that we need to refresh our adaptability. And such a wonderful example we are having now. We did not even dreamt about 2 months back that we can have an Rotary Assembly, District Training Assembly on a virtual platform. The meetings can be, the RWM, the regular weekly meeting can be happen on a digital platform. But we have adapted this. We are doing this because we see that this is a way we can move ahead. Otherwise, the life will stop here. So this adaptability is something that we need to refresh, we need to exercise. So these are the vision statements. I think each and every Rotarian, and my sincere urge to my incoming club presidents and incoming club officers, whatever you do in your club, try to combine your activities within these 4 points to fulfill Rotary's visions and the new strategic plan. I have some information to share with you, and I will do that in the closing ceremony. Now we do not want to go further because we have our speakers lined up and the chief guest is there. We are eagerly waiting to hear him. And with these words, I would say once again, enjoy this training program. This is not only a training program. Try to understand the philosophy of Rotary, why and in which direction we are going. All speakers who are lined up, they will give you an idea where Rotary is moving into. We need to know that. We need to have a foresee. And I'm sure after this whole day exercise, you will be much more rich with your Rotary knowledge and Rotary information. With these words, I once again welcome you everyone to this DTA Pathshala Phase 2. And I welcome my dear friend and the chief guest of this morning, RIDN Venkatesh, to address this August gathering and enlighten us with the Rotary's future visions. Thank you very much. Thank you, Chandu. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Raja, for sharing your thoughts for the year 2021 and sharing the thoughts of our incoming Rotary International President-elect. Thank you so much. And now is the time to welcome our chief guest. And before he addresses us, before he share his thoughts with us, I request Danny to play his PPT and introduce him to everyone present today.
Yeah, Tushar, could you please do screen share the introduction?
Tushar, share the PPT introduction. Right.
A.S. Venkatesh, Rotary International Director, 2021 to 23. Anantanarayanan Sankaralingam Venkatesh, affectionately known as Venki, is a technocrat, thinker, management guru, and motivational speaker. He is the Managing Director of Popular Foundations Private Limited, engaged in the business of civil construction with over 30 years of expertise in the construction of educational institutions, industrial buildings, and hotels. A native of the South Indian city of Chennai in Tamil Nadu, Venky's growing years were marked by academic excellence, sports, athletics, debating, and stage acting, characterizing his well-rounded and multifaceted personality. He studied engineering at the prestigious Indian Institute of Technology, IIT, Chennai. After his BTech, he chose to remain in India for his post-graduation and got his MBA from India's topmost management school, the Indian Institute of Management, IIM, Ahmedabad, graduating in the top 10% of the class. Venky's Rotary journey started with RC Chennai Mambalam and was its president in 2001-2002. Popular for his pleasant demeanor, quick wit, leadership qualities, and always ready to help attitude, he became the youngest district governor of RI District 3230 in 2007-2008. Venky is passionate about the cause of the girl child, and his work on the empowerment of girls is peppered with many individual and institutional success stories. He became a much sought-after speaker at Rotary and non-Rotary forums. He is equally at ease among Rotary leaders and social celebrities. As a PDG, Venky was actively involved in Rotary India Literacy Mission and was its National Executive Committee member and Joint Secretary. He has been a panelist at several breakout sessions at international conventions and has also represented the RI President at various conferences in India and abroad. Venky was part of the COL. In 2016, Venky was selected to train the incoming governors at the International Assembly at in 2016 and again in 2017. He was Rotary Coordinator during 2010-2013 and served as a trainer for coordinators at Chicago for 3 years, from 2015 to 2017, both years included. A family man, Venky and his family continue to live in the parental home along with his parents, 2 brothers and their families. His greatest inspiration is his father, a self-made man in whose footsteps he continues to follow the policies of live and let live, and kindness and generosity to all. Venky is married to Rotarian Vinita, a member of RC Chennai Towers, District 3232. Vinita is his classmate, a graduate of IIM Ahmedabad, and is a leading shipping professional in India. Venky and Vinita are parents of 2 daughters, Varsha and Varuna, both of whom are IT professionals employed in the US and the UK. The Rotary principles of service and ethics resonate vibrantly in Venky's family and professional life. He is a level 3 major donor. Venky is a keen bridge player, enthusiastic trekker, and loves Tamil theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rotary International Director, 2021-2023, A.S. Venkatesh.
Thank you, Tushar and Denny. So with this presentation, we welcome once again the chief guest of today's e-Pathshala, the batchmate of our DRFC, Parvati Kedia, the
Yes,
Rotary International Director nominee A.S. Venkatesh, and I request him to please share his thoughts on leadership post-COVID-19 and take your time, sir. Please.
Thank you, District Trainer Designate Chandu. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to talk to 30 to 40 Rotarians. And I'm not new to 3240. I've been there several times in the past as well. But it's always a pleasure to meet old friends and maybe meet and make some new friends as well. And nice to see my good friend Kedia Saab, Prabhat Kedia. I can see him. We were together during his first term as governor. I know he has served 2 terms. During his first term, we were governors together. Nice to see you, Prabhat, and also Shopanda. Shopanda has been a great friend over the years, and Ashok Agarwal ji, Governor Devshish, and my good friend, the energetic governor-elect, Subhashish. And he's there all over the place. I don't know how Subhashish finds time to be everywhere. It's, wherever, any meeting I go, I can see Subhashish there. Wonderful to see all of you here. 3240, I've been to, of course, Guwahati, Shillong, and Tezpur, and I don't know, I have quite a few places I've been to 3240. But I was looking forward to actually being in person at one of your programs now. Unfortunately, COVID has prevented that, but we can make the most of what is available, and a digital platform is good enough at this point in time. Now, COVID has thrown up a new challenge to all of us. It's something that 2 months back, and I don't think anybody would have even imagined a scenario like what we are finding ourselves in today. Even our wildest imagination would not have been able to foresee this kind of a situation that we find ourselves in. While many would like to call it a challenge, as Rotarians, we are all generally optimistic people and we always see the brighter side of things. I would like to look at it as an opportunity, as Holger, President-elect Holger says. Rotary opens opportunities, and COVID also, I would say, opens opportunities. At this assembly, I can see, let me broadly classify the people I can see here today into 3 categories. One is, of course, the district officials. The second one is the club office bearers. And the third, which is the link between the two, are the club presidents. So the leadership content, leadership style required would be different for each of these because of the nature of the roles that they perform in the coming year. Now, let me start with, let's say, the district officials first. I'll come to the presidents last because I have a lot to talk to about the presidents. But let me start with the district officials, starting with, let's say, assistant governors and the other district officers who are here this morning. The first thing I want to indicate to the district officials present here is something that may sound very petty or very silly to senior Rotarians, but nevertheless it's worth mentioning. Please, district officials, please remember, the governor-elect has not made you a district official. District official position is something the governor-elect chooses. He chooses his team of office bearers. You have been nominated or chosen by the DGE. So please do remember, the DGE has not chosen anybody to be in his team, particularly the important positions that you guys hold, because you are useful to him in his elections. Very often in India, many of them think that district position is a reward for political loyalty. I'm not even going into whether you helped anybody in elections or not. I'm not going into that aspect at all. But suffice to say that no governor is going to mess up his year by appointing incompetent or less efficient people to key district positions. You may or may not have helped him in his elections, all that I'm not going there, but remember that he is not going to mess up or waste his year by appointing inefficient people. So if a governor-elect has chosen somebody to be a part of the district team, whatever be the responsibility that you have been given, remember that it is because the governor-elect believes you can deliver. And that's because you have the ability to do the job, and that is why you have been chosen to do a job. Otherwise, no governor. I've also been a governor several years ago, and I'm sure there are many PDGs here. All of them will vouch for the fact that they have got only 1 year to deliver as a governor. So they are not going to miss that opportunity by appointing useless people. So all of you have been handpicked by the governor-elect because he has a faith in you. So remember that first, fundamentally. So do not even think that it has been a reward for something that you did in the past. It is actually an acknowledgement of what you can do in the future. That is a fundamental thing that you need to remember. Second thing to the district, I have just two things to talk to the district officials. Second thing that you need to remember in terms of the leadership style, do not take yourself seriously, but take your job seriously. It might sound very philosophical to start with, but I want you to spend a few seconds, moments on it, thinking about it. Why am I saying this? Take your job seriously, take your responsibility seriously, but do not take yourself seriously. Because I have traveled to all the 40 districts in South in our zones 4, 5, 6, and 7 several times, including 32407. I can tell you based on what I've seen in many of the districts around our region, around India and Sri Lanka and Nepal, and where I've been extensive travel, very often the disappointment or the problems or the issues or the challenges in the district administration stems from individuals taking themselves seriously. For example, it could be something like somebody was not invited for a program, or somebody's name was not mentioned in an invitation card, or somebody was not seated at the head table, or very, very, very minor, silly, petty things, but these lead to major issues in many districts. If you look at this carefully, these happen because you have taken yourself seriously. That, oh, I am assistant governor, I was not seated at the head table. But if you take your job seriously, I will tell you, as assistant governor, if let's say you've done your job seriously, the club president will not even ask you, will automatically seat you at the head table, because you have performed as assistant governor. The president wants to interact with you, want to take your advice, wants to use your guidance, etc. All that automatically will happen. So again, this is what I've seen practically happening everywhere. So my request to all the district officials here, you guys are going to do a great job. There's no doubt about it. But only thing that can stop you from delivering what you're capable of or exceeding your expectation, the only thing that can stop you is when you take yourself seriously and demand a lot of things which in turn will hinder your ability to deliver when it is required. So my humble request to all of you is, you will get the respect, you will get the kudos, you will get the recognition. All that will happen if you take your job seriously. All that is required is take your job seriously. That's my request to you. Now let me come to the club office bearers. The district assembly, I'm sure there are several of the club office bearers present here of the zones 1 to 6 that you're talking about. People who are going to assume various responsibilities at the club level. You may have held different responsibilities in the past. You may not have. Some of you may be taking up a responsibility for the first time. So all kinds of people will be there. But all said and done, there is one thing that is common to all the club office bearers, that you have chosen to do a specific job. Okay, I'm using my words very carefully. I know that some of you may have been pushed into taking up a job. Even some presidents, club presidents also may say that they were no intention and they have been pushed into taking up a job. That is a scenario in at least 20% of the clubs in every district. So no district is an exception. There will be 20% of the clubs where even the president would not have wanted to take up the presidentship at this time, and somehow some people had prevailed upon him or pressurized him or whatever be the reason, however they've done it. But having said that, let us also understand one thing. Rotary being a voluntary body, whatever be the persuasive skills of the people who have spoken to people, at the end of the day, you had a choice of saying no. You are all grown-up adults. You had a choice of saying no. So at some point in time, thanks to whatever persuasive skills somebody had employed on you, or whatever be the reason, or you yourself were motivated, or whatever else may have been the cause, at the end of the day, today, if you are chosen to do anything in the coming Rotary year, you have chosen to do so. You have said yes to it at this point in time. So once you have said yes to something and have taken up a responsibility, now if you do not deliver, the only person who should be disappointed with it should be yourself, because you had an opportunity to do something and you have missed out on it. I always keep saying, in Rotary, there is no competition between one club and the other, or between one AG and the other. Not at all. There is no competition. Everybody is in a different space. The DNA of every club is different. So there cannot be any competition, because it's not an equal playing field that we're talking about. But there is one competition. That competition is with yourself. Competition is with what you are capable of and what you're going to actually do. That is the competition. And if you have done better than what you are capable of, if you've done better than what you thought you could do, then you have won the competition. The competition is not with anybody else, but with your own limitations that you have imagined. Are you going to break that ceiling and get past the limitation that you thought you had? Or are you going to be bogged down by those limitations? So that is the only competition that you will ever face. So my request to all the club office bearers that who have come here this morning, remember that you have now said yes to something voluntarily at some point in time, because you always had a choice of saying not at any point in time. But having said yes, let's make it count. Let's not miss out on this opportunity. Having said yes, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for us to make a difference. I'm not even going to making a difference in the community. I'm saying let's make a difference to ourselves. Let's challenge ourselves into doing something more than what we thought we could do. Let's challenge ourselves. And believe me when I tell you this, if you challenge yourself and you beat the limitation that you thought you had, at the end of the day, nobody will be happier than you yourself are. It's not about keeping somebody else happy. Rotary is all about fulfilling, realizing your own potential. As Holger says, Rotary opens opportunities. He doesn't say Rotary opens opportunity for the beneficiaries. Rotary opens opportunities for you to realize what you thought could never happen in your lives. So Rotary opens even this digital platform that Subhash has pulled out. Many of the districts are now using digital platform. A few days back, I heard that the Rotary International Convention is going to be on a virtual platform, virtual Rotary International Convention. When all of us, when we joined Rotary, would you have ever imagined that international convention can be a virtual convention? But end of June, last week of June, there's going to be a virtual Rotary International Convention, which means there was a challenge, and the people at the headquarters who were managing Rotary's affairs rose up to the challenge and came up with an alternate of having a Rotary International Convention on a virtual platform. So that is the kind of response Rotarians are capable of coming up with. So my request to club office bearers is having taken up this opportunity, let's make a difference. And the way to make a difference is to be first starting point for that is to be well informed. Let ignorance not be a reason for not doing something. You be well informed, these training assemblies, training programs or seminars or whatever you will be having in due course. These are things to arm you with information. I'm not even saying that you should do something about it after you learn, but let your choice of not doing something be taken after you are well informed. I respect your decision. I respect your choice of whatever you want to do or whatever you don't want to do. But my only request to all of you is, having taken up some position of authority, position of responsibility, position of that can make a difference, let your choice of doing something or not doing something, let it not be based on ignorance. Let it not be because you did not know something. So do attend all the training seminars, do equip yourself with the knowledge, do make sure that you are fully briefed about what Rotary can do, what Rotary is all about. And at the end of the day, yes, you say, I know everything, but still I choose not to take up this project. I respect your judgment. I'm not questioning you. Because you are wise enough, you are smart enough to know what you're doing. But my only request and suggestion to all of you is, a leadership position that you have accepted demands that you be well informed, requires that you be well informed about what needs to be, what you need to know. And after your knowledge, you please choose whatever you want to do. That is as far as club officers are concerned. Now let me come to the last part of our audience here, the most important part, the people of action, the club presidents. Whatever Rotary president can talk about, a director can talk about, the governor can talk about, but ultimately the people who are going to deliver it at the ground level are the clubs and headed by the club president. The leaders of various clubs of 30 to 40, you are going to make the difference because you are the persons on the field delivering what needs to be delivered. Others can only talk. You are the ones who can deliver because you are leading your clubs, and clubs is the place where action takes place. Not at events, not at the governor's office. Action takes place at the club level, and the club presidents are the one who can ensure that action takes place there and something is delivered. Now, the club president I will tell you, I was a club president 20 years ago, back, I don't know, several years ago. And after that, I've held different positions. I've been a governor, I've been a Rotary, all kinds of things I've done. But even today, now I'm going to be director. But even today, if you ask me which was my best year in Rotary, I will say it was a club president. The kind of freedom that you enjoyed as a club president, you will not get in any other role, not even as a governor, not even as a director, not even as an international president. You had the freedom, you had the resources at your disposal, you had the people at your disposal, and you had all the liberty that you want, all the freedom you wanted to deliver and execute projects of significance. So don't miss out on this opportunity. It's a lifetime break. It's a once in a Rotary career that you will get this opportunity. Maybe somebody may be a club president the second time, but by and large, people are going to be president only once, and make the most of it. I can tell you that was the best year in my Rotary career so far. I don't think I've been happier ever thereafter as I was as a club president. So to you club presidents, now understand your club members first. You don't have to look beyond. First understand your club because you're leading your club. Make sure your members get the return on investment that they are making on your club. When I say ROI, I'm not meaning monetary return. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking in business sense, but in terms of emotional return or return by way of satisfaction or whatever they are looking for by joining Rotary. Every single member of Rotary is investing their money, investing their time, investing their resources, investing their talent. So as any smart businessman would say, no investment should go without a return on investment. Okay, and I'm a businessman. I can tell you, I will not invest anything unless I'm going to get a return. Investment need not be on monetary terms. When I say I'm investing my time and money in Rotary, I need to get something out of it by way of satisfaction, by way of doing something that I've always wanted to do, by way of making a difference in the community that I live in, or by way of enhancing my leadership skills, enhancing my soft skills, or enhancing my networking opportunities, whatever it is. But I need to get my return on investment. So as club president, your job, you are let's say the MD of a company, of a board of directors, and you want to satisfy your stakeholders. Your stakeholders are your members. Shareholders are your members. So your shareholders are going to ask you, where is my return? So you better make sure you have a return on investment plan in place to ensure every member of your club is satisfied, is getting what they want to get, what they have joined Rotary to get. So before you go there, in the lighter, let me tell you one small, not a story, home truth that I have realized, I have learned. In any club, there are three kinds of Rotarians. Roughly, by and large, there are three kinds of Rotarians. Okay, one is the no-time Rotarian. He will pay the subscription, he or she will pay the subscription on time. That's about it. Will never come for any meeting, will never come for any project. And anytime you call up and say, ask, oh, I'm busy. I've got a board meeting, I've got this meeting. I'm a no-time Rotarian. Okay, but he will be paying the subscription on time, whatever it is. Maybe he may even contribute to a project, some amounts, etc. But you will not have time to participate. These are no-time Rotarians. By and large, I would say these are harmless Rotarians. Okay, they are not going to cause you any damage. In fact, I always say, any club, if everybody starts attending 100% of the meetings, the club won't have money to run a meeting. Because the absentee members are the ones who are cross-subsidizing the meeting costs. That is the truth. As a director, I may be politically not right to talk about these matters, but I can tell you a club is running because of the absentee members. So they are subsidizing the cost of running a club. So if there's no time Rotarians, as long as they pay the subscription on time, I have no problems with them. At least they're paying subscription, and maybe they'll at some point in time they'll get more involved. As long as they continue in Rotary, it's only a matter of time before they get involved. I'm happy with. Second are the normal Rotarians who will pay a subscription, will come for a meeting at least some 70% of the time, 60% of the time. You call for a project, they'll be there for some of the project, etc. These are normal Rotarians. So first for no time Rotarians, you don't bother them too much. They'll come into the mainstream at some point in time. Normal Rotarians, you please encourage them to take more active role because they are anyway, their mindset is towards playing some role in it because they're coming for some meetings. So encourage them. These are the normal Rotarians. The third set of Rotarians are the full-time Rotarians. In my opinion, they are the most dangerous people. In any club, there are full-time Rotarians who think, talk, breathe Rotary 24/7, which is very dangerous. Because what happens very often, when you are thinking all the time about Rotary, and if you are okay holding some position, okay, you can translate it into something tangible. But otherwise, at a club level, if you're not doing anything but only thinking about Rotary, you will find faults with the president. That is, I'm being very practical about what I'm saying, because you will say, oh, that is not the way it should be done. Instead of encouraging a president, because the voluntary body, I would say, if you can encourage, please encourage Rotarians, but don't ever discourage anybody. As it is, anybody spending time is doing so on a voluntary basis. So he's not getting paid for it. So don't ever discourage. But these full-time Rotarians will tend to find fault, etc. So my suggestion to club presidents is, if you find a full-time Rotarian in your club, I hope you don't have. If you do find a full-time Rotarian, stay away. Don't get into any argument with this full-time Rotarian. You'll never win an argument. So they have all the time. It's I'm not trying to offend anybody, but it's very dangerous scenario to argue with a full-time Rotarian. In a lighter vein, if I may say so, it is like what my professor used to say in IIM when Professor Balki was there. He would say, it's like he was talking about arguing with somebody where you're going to lose. He'd say it's like fighting with the pig and rolling in the mud. The pig will enjoy it, rolling in the mud, but you will not enjoy it. So the fighting with the pig and rolling in the mud is something that you're going to lose anyway. So don't ever get into argument with this full-time Rotary. Instead, maintain them at a distance. At some point in time, hopefully, they'll find some other activities too, so that they're not full-time on Rotarian, full-time on Rotary. But having said that, the imperative part for club presidents is to have a full grip on what each of your member wants from their membership in your club. So look at your job as heading a board in a corporate company, They are the stakeholders. They are paying for the services that your club has to offer the members. So make sure you are fully clued in on what they want from Rotary and you are ready to deliver what they want from Rotary. In fact, I would practically, if I were to look at it, I would say, do a survey. Ask what do you want in the next 1 year. Where do you want to play a role? Somebody will say, give me some assignment in Rotaract, or give me some assignment in Interact, or somebody will say, let me organize the family meetings. What are within? Find out what their interest is and make sure that is catered to. So the beauty of Rotary Club is that you have people of different interests, different skill sets, leverage their skill sets in the area that they are interested in. If somebody is interested in a health camp, don't ask him to go to an Interact club and give a motivational talk. That's not going to work. He or she is not going to be interested. Make them in charge of a health camp. So similarly, each one will have a different need. As long as you are able to find out, talk to them, understand what their needs are, understand what their expectations are, and if you're able to fulfill the expectation, you've got one satisfied customer on your roles. And a satisfied customer means he or she is going to continue their membership, number one. Number two, your market share will grow because he or she is going to tell others saying, I'm happy, why don't you join Rotary? That's how Rotary spreads. Rotary is not an organization where people apply to join Rotary. It's an organization where we invite people to join Rotary. So let us make it so attractive that we're able to pull members into Rotary rather than trying to push and shove it down people's throats saying, oh, you joined Rotary. So let me conclude by saying the whole job of a leader in an organization like Rotary is all about fulfilling, in a voluntary body, is all about fulfilling your own expectations and, if possible, exceed your own expectations. That is the leadership that is expected in Rotary. It is not about proving to anybody else. It is about proving to yourself that you can do something better than what you ever thought. I hope in the coming year, given the challenges that we are facing, all of you will work towards converting these challenges into opportunities where each one of you can, at the end of the day, say, yes, I made the most of the opportunity that I was given. So thank you very much for having me this morning. And if there is time, I'm open to taking questions. If there is time, I leave it to Subhash and Chandu to decide on that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, RI Director Nominee AS Vintage. Thank you for sharing your time and talent and highlighted us about the leadership and the membership and the types of the Rotarians we have with your practical experience. And I'm sure that the incoming leaders will take note of this and will try to abide by so that they can run their clubs effectively and can do good for the people through the Rotary. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Raja, can we have the question answer with director?
Yeah, if we have little 2-3 questions, we can take up. No problem.
Yeah, yeah.
On a,
So,
hello, Venki.
Yeah,
Yes.
Prabhatji.
On a lighter note,
Yes.
some of the presidents could not even exercise their choice. They are virtually lifted, bodily lifted and placed on the president's chair. What about them? Anyway, your speech was excellent. Your speech was excellent. I am particularly happy because I am your batchmate. Thank you very much for visiting our district.
Thank you, Prabhat. Yes, I'm sure the presence.
Yeah.
Any other?
Yeah,
anybody else?
we have one question here. That is
Yeah.
Kanchan Kantiga, right? He asks, can we get a directive as to the ways of performing in within this period of lockdown and restrictions?
Okay. Okay. Let me put it this way. What Rotary International says is you don't you do what your government says. So if you're asking for direction from the top, they say go abide by the law of the land. If your government says don't step out, don't step out. If your government says don't travel, don't travel. So Rotary International is not going to go there. So having said that, let me also share with you what Rotary International is doing. Rotary International head office, the headquarters in Evanston is everybody is working from home since the last 5-6 weeks, and it will continue to do so at least for the immediate future. They don't know when they'll come back to office. Number one, all in-person meetings scheduled at Evanston till December 2020 have been converted into virtual meetings. All, including board meetings that are going to happen in June, including board meeting in October, committee meetings, trustees meetings. All meetings till December 2020 have been decided that they will be only virtual meetings, and there will be no Rotary funded travel till December, which means nobody will travel anywhere on Rotary's expense till December 2020. That is the decision Rotary International has taken for as the central body. As far as your club and your district is concerned, as I said right at the beginning, you go by what the local governments prescribe. So don't ever challenge that. So let's try and cooperate with our governments to ensure that they are able to do what they are supposed to do. As far as Rotary is concerned, of course, virtual platforms is there, but there's also an opportunity for us to showcase what kind of activities we can do to the non-Rotary community. Because this COVID has presented with the opportunity for us to do projects which are visible and impactful right away. So many districts are doing it. About 25 lakh meals are being delivered to Rotarians by Rotarians in all over India every day. Of course, you also know that more than 100 crores of rupees have been spent by Rotarians in the last 1 month for COVID projects. And there are about 21 crores of money has come from foundation for both disaster funds as well as your global grants. So this is an opportunity for us to showcase what we can do so that we can attract more people in the coming months, because we are an organization which rises to the challenge and delivers in scale. So that is what we are expected to do now.
Okay, we have one more. It's Rotarian Gopal. He's asking, is there any requirement of a disciplinary committee in the club, and how should it work?
Okay. There is, if you are asking whether it's mandatory to have a disciplinary committee, answer is no. Okay. Now, what MOPs is, what the Rotary International's Code of Policies and Manual of Procedure says is, every club is encouraged to have a bylaw passed, prepared and passed by the members of the club. So if your bylaws say that you should have a disciplinary committee, you should. If your bylaws say you don't have to, it's not mandatory. So Rotary International is not going to get into that. That is as far as the rules are concerned. If you want to know, is it mandatory? Answer is no. But if you want to have it, you are free to have it. But having said that, let me also tell you, at a club level, should there be a disciplinary committee and should the committee be required to do anything, I think there is a fundamental problem. The Rotary, at a very philosophical level, we are the Rotarians that you're members of your club, you did not know, let's say many of them before you joined Rotary. So you have joined Rotary and you've made some friends. Rotary should be a body, an organization where you add to your list of friends rather than add to your list of enemies. Rotary should not be used to break friendships or get into the wrong side. So I would say if we can solve things by discussion and persuasion that should be the first opportunity, first course of action. After all that, you wanted to have a disciplinary committee, by all means, make sure it's a part of your club bylaws and go ahead and do it.
We have another question.
Yeah.
We had a very similar question yesterday also. So this, you had said about harmless Rotarians, that is no time Rotarians. So if a president, should a president keep all Rotarians who are, say, not interested at all in club activities, but paying their dues only for the sake of retention? Or should he try and motivate them to become, as you said, normal Rotarians?
Okay. I will say, please retain them. Don't dissuade them, because the fact that he or she is paying a subscription shows that he is not totally disinterested. If somebody is totally disinterested, are they fools to even pay any amount, even 1 rupee? Why will they pay? The fact that subscription is being paid is that because today, at the current scenario, he or she does not find the time. Maybe the business pressure, maybe family pressure, maybe children are small or something, maybe business is going through a tough phase, whatever be the reason. But the fact that he or she is paying the subscription shows that they are interested in being associated with the Rotary. So there will come a time when they have more time and they want to get to play a bigger role. So it's better to keep them inside, better to keep updating them on what your club is doing. So at some point they'll say, okay, let me be a part of it. So the fact that they are paying a subscription means they are not totally disinterested, they are interested. Okay.
Yeah. Do we move on to the next one?
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. This is from AG Abhishek. He says, how to deal with Rotarians who are always present at district level meetings and events, but do not care about attending club meetings and projects.
Okay, these are, of course, this is a very peculiar situation in our part of the world. I don't find this kind of scenario elsewhere. I've addressed quite a few meetings outside India as well. I can tell you elsewhere, people are more interested in doing work at the club level. India is one place where people are interested doing more at the district level. Because for whatever reason, it's a cultural issue, so I'm not going there. So the normal solution to this is give them a responsibility at the club level. Even a small responsibility, they will be happy to deliver. Very often they have nothing to do at the club level other than being minute spectators, which doesn't interest them. At the district level, there is at least something to do. Somebody recognizes them or whatever be the reason. So my suggestion is try giving them a responsibility that they want. Ask them what responsibility they want to take. They will take up. Nobody will say no to a request to be associated with anything of their choice. So my suggestion is ask them what they would like to do in the club in the coming year. Give them the choice. Give them menu if they want. They say, okay, what all do you have? You give them options. Let them take up some responsibility. You may be able to handle them, or you may be able to get their productive inputs for your club. Try to give people responsibility. It might work very often. Okay.
There is another one that is asking, could you give some idea about retention, because that is the biggest problem now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Retention is the biggest challenge, and if I can share with you some data on retention, I was handling membership for South Asia for a 2-year period earlier. So I had done a lot of research on this membership data. In over a 7-year period, I think I might have shared with you your district also at some point in time. Over a 7-year period, most districts in India lose as many members as they have. Translated, it means that in a 7-year period, if everybody had stayed back in Rotary, our India's membership would be 2 times what we have today. That's the fact. That's statistical data. So retention is a very, very critical aspect that we need to impress upon. So one of the things that we should be trying to do at a club level, at a district level, my suggestion is all clubs under 20 or 25 members, please give them more attention. So Raja, this is a suggestion to you. Please give them more attention and input. Smaller clubs. Don't try to club a club with, let's say, 80 members with another club with 15 members. Their requirements are completely different. The 15-member club will be completely lost in the company of an 80-member club, and they will withdraw into a shell because they don't want to be exposed. So let's not do that. So practically at the district level, I would suggest that you get the smaller clubs, the struggling clubs together and give them more attention as to find out what they can do. So one way of encouraging them would be by themselves, they may not be able to take up any project because they are very wary of raising funds. So combine them with maybe 3-4 clubs together, or maybe combine them with one stronger club, a bigger club, etc. So they have the satisfaction of being a partner in a project. So this might motivate them to do something more. That is one thing. Second thing is encourage them to focus only on membership for some time. Don't have to do anything. If don't pressurize them on anything else. Focus on, which means get more family meetings, get more fun into their activities. Maybe if they are not able to have a regular meeting, join them with somebody else, have a joint meeting, etc. And if they are very wary of technology in the current scenario, they don't know how to handle a virtual meeting, give them the platform, help them, assign some specialists to them, etc. So the fundamental requirement at a club level is to be able to separate out the kinds of clubs based on their membership and their needs, a strong club, a weak club, etc., so that you can focus your attention on clubs which require more of your attention. That is at the district level. At a club level, retention happens as long as you are involved. So I can also share with you something. Not nobody, 92% of the people who had left, this is the actual facts based on a survey conducted in our region. In that time, it was zone 5. 92% of the people who have left Rotary have left in the first 3 years of joining Rotary. Okay, this is the actual data that I'm giving you. So what does it mean in terms of action plan? Which means the first 3 years of a Rotarians membership is the critical part in terms of retention. If they have survived the first 3 years of their membership, they are likely to be there for life. Okay, after that, they may leave for some political reason, or they get relocated or transferred, etc. But normal course, they don't leave after 3 years. Very, very often, 92% of the people who have left Rotary have left in the first 3 years of joining Rotary. So which means every club pay extra attention to the freshly recruited people. Give them some job, include them, make them part of the club's activities, give them some role in a regular meeting, give them a role in a project, etc. Let them get involved. So one clue for retention is focus on the first 3 years of a person's membership in Rotary. At every club, make sure the people who joined in the last 2 years, 3 years are the ones who are taken care of by the president and members, by giving them some responsibility, some position, etc., etc. That is one clue. Second clue, again based on statistical analysis, I'm giving you this detail. Second one is about foundation. Again, that I think if I remember right, it was about 87% or so. 87% of the people who have left Rotary are the ones who have never contributed even $1 to the foundation. Okay, what does it translate in terms of action? These are statistical analysis. See, I prefer normally to do very scientific working. So I don't generally say unless I've done my homework. So what it shows, 87% of the people are the ones who have never contributed even $1 to the foundation, which means if you can focus your attention on making sure everybody contributes even $50 or $100 in your club. And what actually happens is that person starts believing that he is a partner because he has invested $50, $100. The moment he starts believing that he is a partner in the Rotary Foundation, he will ask questions about what is happening to Rotary Foundation. He'll want to know details about more projects. The moment he gets to know more details about more projects, the more involved he gets, and that after that he doesn't want to leave. So it's a very, very interesting chain that we initiate. So the second clue is somehow try and get people to contribute to foundation, even a small amount, a token amount, $100, enough. Once they contribute that, they start believing they are stakeholders, they are partners, and their involvement will be much greater, and they are not likely to leave. So these are small tips that you can try working out on retention, but let us not make any mistake about the importance of retention. Retention is the most important job in membership. Recruitment is not as difficult. Retention is the biggest challenge, and retention is a bird in hand. So why would you want to leave a bird in hand? So focus on retention by letting somebody go of Rotary. There's another big danger. You are actually developing a lot of bad brand ambassadors. Somebody who has been a Rotarian who goes out will talk ill of Rotary. It's, oh, it's a waste of time. So I've been there. I've seen that. I don't even go there. So you are generating bad brand ambassadors. So focus on retaining people who are already in. I think that is the way forward, and good luck to you.
Yeah, we have one more. Yes. Can we ask one more? Because we have quite a few, but
Quickly you can have one more. No problem.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not eating into Valerie's time. Is Valerie joined in? She's a good friend of mine.
Venki, Valerie will be joining a later part because
okay.
after 7:30 morning she will be joining.
Okay. It's a very we were training leaders together. A good friend of mine, Valerie Wafer, is a good friend.
I know, and she would be in the same boat along with you.
We are on the boat together.
She was telling me yesterday that. So I say both of you are. I planned it.
All right. Okay. Quick question. One last question.
This question actually has three parts.
Okay.
One is, it says, what is your suggestion about bringing in young people, as it is becoming very difficult to get them in these days? Number two, do you think because of the COVID, the president's tenure would be extended? Because that is one. And third is asking, what about the installation ceremonies? Because it is becoming so much pump and show, and with COVID, I think we'll have to cut down or maybe even do it online.
Okay. First question about youngsters. Yes, definitely they are the future, and there's no doubt about whether we need the youngsters at all. But having said that, let me also be a little practical about it. It has become very difficult to have, let's say, 2 or 3 young members join in a club where the average age is 55. It has become difficult because they find themselves out of place in that scenario. So they might join, and 1 year later they leave, and they may never join totally thereafter because that experience is so bad. So what is happening, at least in our regions nowadays, is what I've been recommending also to several districts. If you have a group of young people, let's say former road tractors or whatever be the format you want to look at, let's say about 20-25 people, start a new club where there is a bandwidth of age is much closer than trying to get them into an existing club where average age is about 55 or 52 and you have a 30-year-old guy. You'll feel totally out of place. And so better option is to start a new club of youngsters. Let them have their own ideas, own plans. Their requirements are different. Their financial capabilities are different. They may be in the beginning part of their careers, unlike somebody who is well established. So all those things are very different. Culturally, they'll be very different. So my suggestion is we need youngsters, but I would think that the way forward is to start more clubs with exclusively for them, rather than trying to get them into existing club. But if you are able to attract somebody to an existing club, by all means do so. We need youngsters, no doubt about it. Whichever way you can get, you can get. What are the second question is about whether the president's term will be extended. Why should it be? Why should one person be considered more efficient than their successor? So there's no reason to extend anybody's term. So they have had the chance, they have had the time, and Rotary will survive over be at the helm. So I don't think that's even be considered. What is the third question?
Yeah, about the installation ceremony.
Okay. Okay. If I can give you one bit of information.
Yeah, go on.
Somebody is not muted. Somebody is not muted. Okay.
No, I have muted him. Go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if I can share with you a bit of information, this installation ceremony is a very, very, very South Asian concept. Okay. I have attended the installation of a club in US. It was the first meeting in July. This was in Fremont in California. I was the speaker at that meeting. First meeting of July. The outgoing president welcomes the new president. He gets up from his chair. The new president goes and sits in that chair. Both of them shake hands and say, "Okay, all the best to you." And the immediate president goes and sits amongst the audience. That's it. That was the installation. Okay. This is the pattern in most countries. South Asia, we would like to make a pomp and show of everything. So we have made an installation as one big function, as if that's a RI mandated activity. And if I can tell you, MOP does not even have a word called installation in their entire manual of procedure. It's some 200-300 pages book. There's nothing called installation. There is no installation for RI president. There is no installation for RI director at all, anywhere. Okay, so but we like to make a festive occasion of everything. So it's only in that relevant condition it is relevant. So you are free to not to have any installation function. If you choose to do so, you can choose to have a virtual function. And I'm saying this not because of COVID alone. Even as a practice, you can do away with all that pomp and show. It's not necessary at all. But if you choose to do so, it's your call. You feel that is going to attract more members, do it. But if you want to do it only because you think it is a custom and you have to do it, I would say don't do it. you have some reason for doing so, go ahead. But if you want to know what the Rotary International policy is, there's nothing called installation in Rotary International. So you do choose whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We have a long list of questions because everybody was so taken in by your speech. But still, we don't have the time. Yeah, we don't have the time. Yes.
Maybe some
We'll
other
have that
occasion.
later.
Maybe some
Yeah.
other occasion we can. Because I need to go for the next meeting
Yes,
also.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yeah.
Chandu, you can take over.
Yeah. Thank you, Denny, and thank you so much. Thanks to our Rotary International Director nominee, A.S. Venkatesh. Rotarians of 3240 will never forget you for the way you made us feel today through your deliberation and the knowledge and the presentation. Your tongue speak and deliver to us the message of your heart. We are thankful to you for your kind words and being with us today. So we are at the closing of our inaugural part now. So I request our District Secretary General Sunil Agarwal to formally propose the words of gratitude of the inaugural session. Sunil, please. Denny, unmute him.
Yes, done.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Sunil, yeah.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon.
District Governor-elect Subhashish for giving me the opportunity to present the vote of thanks today. I would like to thank Rotary International Director nominee Venkatesh for his motivational speech today. DG Dr. Devashish Das, District Trainer PDG Chandu Agrawal, Co-Trainer Dr. Piyush Kanti Roy, and the Chief Advisor for the 2021 PDG Dr. Shalil Datta. All the other PDGs, resource persons for the today's e-Pathshala, Shillong Heritage team led by Kaveri, past President Kaveri ma'am, all the assistant governors, the Rotarians of 3240, and also Dr. Danny Datta for maintaining the today's Pathshala.
I have a video officer.
And finally, before leaving, I would like to hope that we will all meet soon after this epidemic. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sunil. So we are at the end of the inaugural session of this e-Pathshala. I request, since it's a customary in our district that we used to present a token of love to our chief guest whenever we invite anyone in our meetings. But because we are meeting online, I request Raja to present an online token of love and affection from all of us to our chief guest, A.S. Venkatesh, please. Raja.
Thank you, Chandu. Venki, as mentioned by past Governor Chandu, we are not meeting physically, so you would not be able to give something from our heart physically in your hand as a token of love and appreciation. But definitely from 3240, we are sending you an invisible basket, which is full of love, care, affection, and our greetings from 3,000 plus Rotarians, which is going for to you and your family in this, especially for this critical situation. I'm sure that basket will keep you around with safety, healthy, and happiness around. Thank you for being with us. We look forward for your wisdom in days to come. And before I finish, as I said, that Valerie would be coming in the second session. So if you are free at 5:15, you can join us to meet Valerie on digital platform. I will send you the link.
Okay.
So if you are able, you can join. Thank you very much, Venki, for joining with us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, we will keep yourself in our prayer. Be safe, stay home, and let's fight the COVID-19. So with this, I conclude the opening session, and immediately we are moving to our first plenary session. And we have the resource persons for the first plenary session. And the very first one is the new generation. I think Rotarian Karthik is here online. He has joined.
Yes.
Karthik is here. Okay, Rotarian Karthik 3190, thank you so much for your wonderful presentation yesterday. All the Rotarians of 3240 have attended are really motivated, and you are from background of the Rotary. I too was a past district Rotary DRR in the year 91-92. I welcome once again on behalf of the 3240 Rotarians to this e-Pathshala, and the participants are looking ahead to hear from you to acquire knowledge on the new generation, which is the fifth area of service of the Rotary International. So I welcome you once again, and I request you to please go ahead with your presentation on the new generation. Karthik, please.
Chandu and Karthik, before Karthik speaks, I just give one line introduction of Karthik. Karthik is a good friend of mine, like my younger brother. Just in short, Karthik was a past Rotractor, and he proud to always say that I am a Rotract alumnus. He is also a Rotary Foundation alumnus and a GEC team member to US from his district 3190. A past president and past chairman of Emirates Rotaract South Asia MDIO, which is a governing body of Rotaract for South Asia. Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts, London. Chairman Rotaract Zone Institute 2016. Member Indian Startup Mission to US 2017. And he is the member of, he was the member of RI Rotaract and Interact Committee for 2016 to 2019. Karthik evolved himself from a grassroots level of Rotaract, and my intention to bring Karthik here to give a direction to my incoming club presidents, how we can bank on a Rotaract and give a support to a Rotaract so that it's an investment today for Rotary's days to come. With these words, I welcome Karthik for his presentation. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you, DG Subhashis Da, District Trainer, PDRR, PDG Chandu Da, and my friends. I see so many of my friends here also. Very nice to see a lot of past DRRs who are actually Ankit and all of them who are taking leadership roles. Well, RI Director nominee also is a very, very strong. Both your RI Director nominees are very strong supporters of Rotaract. We listened to one yesterday and one today. But I would like to take some of you through some of the amazing experiences that Rotaract has always given me. Well, Subhasish told you about a few things that I've done. I will share you my life's journey and how Rotary has shaped someone like me from the last benches to do what I am doing. I can, ignite, and contagious are definitely good words too. A pandemic can be contagious also. We are in unprecedented times, but the hope of Rotarians and Rotaractors that is eradicating polio, almost that we have eradicated polio from this earth, and something that we have all, a lot of us have jumped in the front line, is very special. My dear Rotarians, my dear presidents and club officers, this is how I want you to look at Rotaractors. Gone are the days when it was someone like on the top, like the lady in violet. We would want you to be on the bottom line, to be the real guiding force for the youngsters and the real guiding force for the Rotaractors by being the baseline. Well, the purpose of Rotaract is to provide an opportunity for young men and women to enhance knowledge and skills and personal development. That is the baseline of Rotaract. To address the physical and social needs for the communities, you all amazing Rotarians are there. You're doing for the communities. And then you will be taking a small help from them, or maybe helping or guiding them. But the primary intent is the development of the self. Interact is one level lower. I would say for kids from 12 to 18. And trust me, it is one of the most amazing platforms ever if we are actually going to be, if we are actually going to encourage interactors. The real power of Rotary is, I believe, in Rotaract and Interact, and the RI board, the RI president, immediate past president, and everyone have actually put in a lot of effort. I can tell you I was very instrumental in some of the current Rotaract bylaw changes, because I was a member of the Rotary International Rotaract and Interact Committee from 2016 to 2019. Well, let us see how to get started. I would say, please try to be someone they look up to and want to be like. Study the person. Many of us might want to open Rotaract clubs just because the point system that the governors have laid out. But let us also, really try to create an impact. Many of us do not want to make the ask, hey, what do you want? Or how do you want to take your life forward? We have Rotractors joining at 18. I'm 37 now, but I joined this movement called Rotract when I was in 2000. So if someone asks me, for how long have you been in Rotary and Rotract? I say 20 years. And that's more than half of my life I've spent for Rotary and Rotract. And if you really are there, I will show you in the next 15 minutes how effective it can get in one's life. Let's follow up after each meeting, right? For some of you, your youth service directors, especially if you're looking in, presidents, please note, if your youth service director doesn't attend your Rotary meeting, it's okay. If he attends a Rotract or Interact committee meeting, it's as good as attending your Rotary meeting, and you will have to mark full attendance for that month. If a youth service director is going to attend the meeting of your youth service team, anything with youth service, be it RILA, be it Interact, be it Rotract, that is now also counted as attendance. I will also show you what I mean by let the relationship evolve organically and offer an internship, because there are new beautiful programs that we are looking at too. Well, a quick fact on Rotract: 178 countries, 10,101 clubs. We are slightly up on the membership, 170,000 members, and the beauty, 52% of members are from India. Yes, the 52% of the world's strength is from India, and we are the strongest, biggest contributor to Rotract. Let me say, in a nutshell, what do you want Rotractors to do? Let them make people aware of situations, ignite dreams of fellow youngsters. You ignite a dream for a Rotractor, and they will ignite dreams for other Rotractors. Teach fellow citizens how to be the change in many situations, and show the world what's next. Rotary has a motto called service above self, and the motto of Rotract is fellowship with service. So let us all join hands with the youth force and synergize this. I had the rare distinction and honor to be working with past RI President to be Sam Ovori. Had he been alive, he would have been RI President in 2018-19. And these words resonate in me. He used to put a bunch of us together and used to tell us, Katik, you know, the life insurance for Rotary is Rotract. It still resounds in my ears. Definitely the life insurance for Rotary is Rotract. Let us create mentorship and professional development opportunities. Let us offer advice and expertise during project planning and implementation. But let us leave the project implementation, some of them, to the Rotractors. Let's involve Rotract members in Rotary Club meetings and give them a chance. The Rotarians in the board, in fact, Holger was telling me recently at a Rotract event, they're going to have an observer Rotractor in the Rotary International Board. Most of the district governors have been given mandates to include Rotractors in their board. One is to help them, one is to aid them, and to give them a lead in projects, and at times allow them to organize using Rotary resources. So try to be there for them. Encourage them to build strong, flexible, and innovative clubs that support Rotary's strategic plan. One of the other things that I always say in many districts is, many of you club presidents or club members or Rotarians, district officers, all of you, have run amazing corporations, run big businesses, are the biggest professionals, are with the government. See, if you look at a Rotarian, maybe you can look at them in any space, be it in politics, be it in medicine, be it in the police and many other places. So one of the programs I've always thought is try to build a committee to look at shaping Rotractors' future careers and jobs. It will definitely change their lives. When I will tell you a story that when I joined my first job, I got it because of Rotary, and when I started my own organization, 60% of my workforce is from Rotaractors. Let's look at enrolling Rotarians to give an Annette, an interactor or a Rotaractor a day in the life of a doctor, a lawyer, or advertising professional. I'm sure many of you Rotarians have young kids and they might not join Rotaract. They might not know what Rotaract is. They might just be attending as Annettes. Let's enroll an Annette. I've asked many past governors, current officials and future officials that first give this experience to your children. It's definitely a life-changing experience. Let us enroll these kids let us have Rotarians on one side who can offer a day in their life. Let us have the kids on the other side. Let us have a selection process. And the best thing that you can do is that if you are a doctor and, for example, my child aspires to become a doctor, give them one day in their life, in your life. Show them what the profession actually looks like. And at the end of the day, that particular Annette's or Rotaractor's parents will host a dinner for you at their house. Maybe it will be a life-changing experience for both of you, that you will be giving a review of the kid to that Rotarian. Many of you Rotarians should actually recruit from Rotaractors. You have an amazing set of Rotaractors in your district. Have we ever thought, some of you definitely would have got this thought, but I would encourage all the club presidents to put it across to the new members. All of you are such inspirational people. Try to give a job or try to give an internship opportunity for a Rotaractors. It definitely will be a life-changing experience, my friends. And that is the beauty of Rotary and Rotaract and the mentorship that I have got. I've already spoken about a few things that treat Rotaractors as partners in service. The historic decision of 1972 that I was part of, where Rotaract clubs were elevated on par with Rotary and made they are not merely partners in service, but they are equals now. Let's not use Rotaractors for physical activities. I remember a time when RI President Bichai Ratakul was there in 2002-03, and I was made to stand outside the gate with a flag. I said, wow, one day in my life, I want to meet this person. That's what came to my mind. And from then on, maybe after that, I have met many Rotary International presidents and I have told them the story. The inspiration for me came from standing outside a gate for 3 hours, holding a flag, to now being in Rotary International's coveted international committee. About 100 people get chosen out of 1.2 million people to be on presidential committees. And I have had the pride of serving for 3 years on these. So let us create a support system. Now, age gap. So the age limit has been lifted, but still we would say that let Rotaractors be there at 30, take leadership until 32 and try to move on to at 34 to a Rotary club. As IRA Director nominee Venki said, let us give that passage to Rotaractors to Rotary, because sometimes it really becomes very difficult to give the transition. Do you know, my friends, in India, the passage from Rotaract to Rotary is 4.8%. And all of you together, you have a district trainer, DG, everyone who is a Rotaractor, and I'm sure they will strive to get this together, right? To give them a smooth passage. Now, all of us have traditional clubs. Let us also try to opening satellite clubs, because traditional clubs might have more fee or a PHF might be mandatory, right? In that case, let's open satellite clubs. And in this pandemic times, all our meetings are E-clubs are a perfect thing that maybe once a month they meet physically and the rest of the meetings happen online. Passport clubs for people who travel a lot. One day in Bangalore, one day in Coimbatore, one day in Delhi, and one day maybe in Guwahati, right? People like that. Passport clubs, corporate clubs. Now, I've had the honor of opening the first ever corporate Rotary club in South India, and this was at TSMT, a chartered accountancy firm, wherein our district secretary general this year came and asked me, what can we do, Karthik? And I said, let's open a corporate club. There are 200 people working in your office. Fair enough. Let's put a bunch of 50 people together. My friends, it's worked out very well. It's been 3 years. And you know what that Rotary Club does? They help file taxes for people who cannot afford to file taxes. They give advice to people to open trusts. And as a service, They do a lot of camps, but in the limited time they have, they give financial advisory to all their other friends. And this is the beauty of Rotaract again, my friends, a corporate club, a cause-based club. Many of them might be wanting to work for a cause, maybe breast cancer awareness, maybe menstruation. It may be something to do with cornea donation, eye donation. That is another form of a club that can be opened with Rotarians and Rotaract clubs, of course. Now Rotaract clubs will have equal status, and they will be able to also open without a corporate sponsor like Rotary clubs. But I have always said, in a country like India, you should have a sponsor, because many Rotarians, their experience, their advice will matter a lot to the Rotaract clubs. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you. Quickly, in the next 10 minutes, I will wind up maybe in 8 minutes, my friends, how Rotaract and Rotary has impacted my life. I have also joined, I was part of the traffic wardens, I was a solution architect, and because of Rotary, I've done many, many things. Why Rotaract is in the center? Of course, I am from Bangalore. You have to be an IT guy and you have to work for one of the best IT companies. When I had to join in 2004, Infosys, 75% and above was the percentage that one had to get, but I didn't have them. I did a lot of other activities in college, and then I wrote a test. 200 people wrote it and only 4 passed. And my principal was astonished. Karthik, I think your name is wrong there. And I said, maybe you should ask the folks at Infosys. And they said, no, this boy has talent. He has passed the test, and let him come to us with his mass cards. I think I had a few back subjects. I'm not an engineer. I did a BSc in physics, maths, computer science. And I said, okay, let me give it a try. And I made up my mind, my friends. Nothing is impossible for Rotaractors and Rotarians, right? I did clear all the subjects of my backlogs. My first job was with Infosys, and after I went in, I was put to one of the leads and directors in HR, and he started asking me, if I give you this job, what will you do? And I said, he asked me what kind of projects I did in Rotaract. And I said, very strange, I am supposed to be asked about computer science, and he's asking me about Rotaract projects. And what happened in my life is, on the other side, there was a Rotarian sitting. And he said, I'm impressed by the projects. A lot of them write resumes and fake the resumes, but you have wholeheartedly written what you have done. And that, my friends, was my first job because of Rotary. I joined a company called Dimension Data, which is present in 94 countries. And once I was deputed to Bali. I know everyone goes on a holiday to Bali, but I'd gone on work. And there was a drug scare from Bangkok, and I was actually caught at customs, and everyone was detained. And I don't know the local language, and I don't want to eat ghee. I hate ghee, but they found some ghee. They thought it is granules. And I was supposed to meet my good friend Barbara, whose father was district governor-elect. And then I saw a Lexus standing outside the airport, and they said, get in. I thought, okay, I'm going to be taken to detainment. But my friends, the journey went on. My luggage reached me the next day, and there I go to a house which says Honorary Consul of the Consulate of Netherlands in Bali. And Barbara stands there and she tells me, hey, Karthik, I told you that my father is district governor-elect, but I never told you that he's also the Honorary Consul General of Netherlands. And sorry for the hang-up, and welcome to Bali. So life-changing experience, my friends. And my boss, actually in Dimension Data, gave me some time off because I got him to my Rotaract conference. And he sat next to the Commissioner of Police, next to the editor of Times of India in Bangalore, and someone from the Indian Secret Service. And he said, Karthik, I never knew that you're doing so much for society, and this is what the movement of Rotary and Rotaract is. He called my boss and told me that give this boy off whenever he's serving the society. And of course, after that, I opened one more company called Passion Connect, and 50% of my of my staff was from Rotaract. And following that, I also serve now as the Chief Innovation Officer of International Institute of Information Technology. And I would vouch that the director of IIITB saw me at various events, and he said, Karthik, you should look at putting together a social and innovation ecosystem. And that's how Rotary has shaped my life, my friends. Quickly, my Rotaract journey. I was president in college. I was regional head. Then I was also the district Rotaract representative of 3190. Then it went on. I founded the Rotaract South Asia Committee with 8 members and 6 districts. Of course, my good friend Vijay Sharma, if you're listening in, he was one of the founder DRRs that time, and founder members and founder directors. 3240 played a crucial role in starting this committee. And today we have a network of 44 districts, 8 countries, India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Maldives, and close to 125,000 plus members. What started as a small idea, my friends, is huge. So I would say I was president of a Rotary Club twice, once the DRR of the district, and once I was the president of the South Asia Committee. That was life-changing, my friends. On the left, you see me talking for the first time to RI President Jonathan Majiakbe in 2003-04. Some of you know DRR Raju. And I took a small gift from him, handmade gift, and a lot of them had told me, RI President does not have time for this. And he asked, my boy, what are you doing? I said, sir, I'm studying in final year of college. And he spent 20 minutes looking at the letter we made, looking at a handicraft we made, and he said, I will treasure this and take it back to my home country. So that is the power of Rotarians, my friends. And I was put back in college with many achievers telling that I have done this for society, and that was hosted again by Rotary. So that was one of the biggest things. I'd also like to present to you guys a collage of the various activities I have done. Group study exchange is a life-changing experience, as Subhashish Da gave in my introduction. Well, I will show you a picture from there. I was also once called to Orissa and honored by the governor of the state of Orissa. I was the first Rotaractor to be invited for a session called Convention Breakout Sessions in club-sponsored organizations, learning from India and beyond. My friends, India was considered only a country to give to, but proudly in 2011, under the leadership of Manoj Desai, I was on a panel, and I proudly stood in the convention and I said, hey, you know what? This is what you got to learn from India, and this is what we do in India. And on the left, you see an award for the first time that a region or a country or a club from India got in 2011 for remarkable projects. Well, I also want to leave you with a video that very proudly I can say that I was the first Indian Rotaractor to be featured on a Rotary International video. So this was exclusively for the pre-convention. This was a video depicting 5 Rotaractors from 5 different locations. A few more pictures on the left. My good friend Pankaj, who also is a past DRR and also is the managing director of Royal Bank of Scotland. I never thought that I will stand next to Chris Gopalakrishnan, who is the CEO of Infosys, and next to the chief minister, for a small backbench boy standing on stage next to the boss of his organization. I jokingly said, I used to work for your company, sir, but this is the first time I've got to sit next to you. Well, this is when we launched something called I Pledge to Give Way, taken up by Bangalore City Traffic Police later. We launched a campaign in 2008 for a ambulance to give way. Again, was recognized by Rotary and by the Chief Minister of Karnataka. For a small town boy, when my grandfather, who served in the kitchens of the royal family of Mysore, I sat next to the Maharaja of Mysore, and my legs were shaking. I said, my grandfather actually used to serve in your grandfather's court, Your Highness, but I am sitting here next to you. That is the power of Rotary, my friends. I sat next to the Maharaja of Mysore. Another historic moment is when the Indian national anthem was sung in our honor in the state of Oregon. Now, this is the assembly of the state of Oregon. I was a GSC team member. From the door, the United States Coast Guard actually escorted us. The Rear Admiral welcomed us, and we were standing there. And if you see the assembly, the Indian national anthem was sung in our honor. And then the United States national anthem was sung. Only the power of Rotary, my friends. I was also at the FBI National Academy. All of us see FBI in the movies. So you see there is a police car, and we were inside it. And again, on the streets of the United States, I did drive a police car. And this was when I was addressing the state of Oregon's assembly. Well, this is a picture from the DRR's training. But moving on, last few minutes, of course, Director Bhaskar last year, who was our license director, and I was in the committee. This is inside Rotary International headquarters, holding proudly the Indian flag. This was the committee I was part of in 2018-19, the Rotary International Rotract and Interact Committee, which governs Rotract all over the world. This is, my friends, a view of the boardroom of Rotary International, the highest decision-making body on the 18th floor of the headquarters, where the president and his board of directors only sit. I had the rare distinction and honor to sit inside there. I also had the distinction and honor to be inside Rotary International President's office. This is the amazing sky view, and this is the office of the President of Rotary International. This is inside the boardroom, and this is inside the Rotary International Hall of Honor. Well, this is again in the boardroom the following year, and this is with current President Mark, where he dropped in, where I was giving a session. Well, the DRR training session that we planned was taken up as a role model session for people all over the world. And Mark was just checking that if everything was going well. This was at the convention in Toronto. When I closed the year last year in 2019 as leading the committee, this is what we did, my friends. Unbelievable. Mexico, Brazil, Philippines, US, and you say a 300% jump in India. This is possible because of Rotarians like you and because of districts like you, my friends. That is why India is what we are. I also had the rare honor and distinction of visiting the Graduate School of Business at Stanford. My mom always used to tell me, Karthik, you never did an MBA. And I have lectured at IIM Ahmedabad. I have lectured at ISB Hyderabad. I have lectured in IIM Bangalore. And the biggest honor was also giving a lecture at Stanford University, which is considered to be one of the best. This was when I was a special invitee with Ambassador Navtej Sarna during deliberations at the Indian Embassy in Washington. Well, my cousins had ridiculed me. I did do an engineering degree, but they have never sat in the embassy, Indian Embassy in Washington. Well, another biggest thing, apart from also visiting Infosys with Chris Gopalakrishnan again, and many of us are on Facebook and WhatsApp. I was again a distinguished invitee at One Hacker Way, representing Indian thoughts. In Cisco, where everyone sees John Chamber on magazine covers and amongst the world's 100 most influential people, this is how I saw John Chambers, the legendary chairman of Cisco. Was my dream. In my job, someone told me, maybe I will never meet him, but this is how I met him. This is most important, my friends. This is inside the White House, where our Honorable Prime Minister was received in the same room, the George Washington room, and I got the distinct honor to sit inside this room. Well, that was one of the rarest moments and opportunities in my life. This was the Dwight Eisenhower Executive Office building, and two more pictures and I shall close. And this is the Executive Office of the President of the United States. Behind that, you see the White House, and I've had the rare distinction to sit in there. Some of the accolades that were collected, and this is what RI President Barry tweeted, that Rotaract has grown significantly in the last year with more than 25,000 new members and time spent with Rotaractors from around the world. And very, very proud that I was part of it. In the COVID times, in the pandemic, I've done my share. I've jumped to the front line from the 28th of last month. I am actually here being a Corona warrior also. And I was also recently on national news talking of how Rotary and everyone else have done a PPP, public-private partnership for fighting against this coronavirus. And I don't want to take much of your time. I know I'm a little over time too. Let's follow these 12 steps to success, face bigger challenges, and love yourself. You are the winner, my friends. As I said, I can ignite and contagious are good things. This is my daughter. She is 5 years old. And if you ask me, this is how I am taking her to projects. And she already knows what Rotaract and Rotary is. And I'm sure she will make a good interactor, Rotaractor, and Rotarian in the future. And this is how we should maybe train our next generation. So the Rotarians, next generations are Rotaractors, and these are our future, my friends. Thank you so much. And sorry, I have overshot little on time. PDG Chandu and DG E Subhashish, but thank you for giving me this opportunity, and hope this will help some of the Rotarians in the long way. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, past Rotarian Karthik from 3190 for sharing your journey from Rotaract to the Rotary and for the achievements you have made. And because of you, you made entire India proud. Your dedication, with your presentation, with your availability all over the world, and you are visible everywhere across the world through the Rotaract and the Rotary activities. Thank you so much. And while going through your photographs, you have been awarded, you are receiving an award from the governor of Odisha. I am glad to see that the governor who has handed over is from my home state, Nagaland only, is Dr. S.C. Jamir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's
Yes.
from my state. So I noted in the photograph. So thank you so much. So you are a part of the Dimapur also, or Nagaland also, without coming to the Nagaland.
No, next step is I had come to Guwahati to address. Next, definitely I will be sometime in 3240 after the pandemic, and I will visit some clubs.
We will welcome with open heart, and thank you so much for your wonderful presentation yesterday and today. And looking forward, I'm sure that Rotarians are motivated and will certainly do miracle for improvement of the Rotaract and the new generation in particular. Thank you so much. Now moving ahead, we are running short of the time. We are almost 45 minutes behind, and we will try to make up little so that you can have the lunch at the right time. So we have a peace man, I call him. Our past president Buddin Bora Thakur is very fascinated about the peace scholars. And as you all know that our district 3240 perhaps sent the maximum number of peace scholars from our district 3240 from the beginning of this program. And every year after year, they are successful and coming back and rendering their service to resolve the conflict and build peace in our district 3240. So I invite past President Buddin Bora Thakur to please come and share his presentation on the peace scholarship. Buddin, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Chandu. Hello, are you getting me?
Yes, Buddin, you are audible.
Yeah. Very good afternoon, DGE, PDGs, respected guests, and Rotarian friends. Thank you, Subhashish, for this opportunity to speak on peace, Rotary's peace. Dear leaders, I would like to introduce myself. I am Buddin Bora Thakur and looking after this peace and peace subcommittee for selection of peace scholars for last 4 years. Before going to this peace scholar, let us have a little light on this Rotary's peace concept. Many of you know it's one of the 6 area of focus, and as on date, Rotary is putting special attention to this peace and conflict prevention and resolution, because during last more than 100 years, extensive experience on community services, our senior leaders have realized until and unless we can't bring peace to the society, the prospect and integrated development is not possible. On that particular issue, it is decided to concentrate on peace and conflict resolution and prevention. Now, what kind of peace the Rotary is speaking for. It is very important. Peace, in a sense, you can find mental peace, you can find some other kind of peace, but here we are talking about this peace among community, peace among society. This is the motto of Rotary in wider range of peace. If you little think deeply, then you will realize peace is disturbed due to the social imbalance, and we are already working to reduce the social imbalance by educating people, economic development, free medical facilities to common public, etc., etc. These are general working projects for our Rotarians. And these are the way to the sustainable peace also. In the year 2002, Rotary, as the Rotary senior leaders, has realized and decided to introduce a peace fellowship program to promote peace worldwide. They have collaborated with 6 renowned universities in the world for 2 types of courses. One is a certificate course, that is for 3 months, and another is master course, which is depending upon the course syllabus, this is 18 to 24 months. One who completes this fellowship program is called or recognized as the peace scholar, and they are trained to prevent and resolve conflict in the community. Our district is #1 in cultivating peace scholars, perhaps amongst the world, among the globe. And till date, we have selected 33 peace scholars, and out of them, 29 have completed their fellowship program successfully, and they are graduated on that. We are working very closely with them, and they are basically from general administration, police administration, educationist, medical professionalists, and NGO workers. Our district is working very closely with these peace scholars in various aspects and getting impactful results on it. Now, my dear friend, this fellowship program, for this fellowship program, lakhs of rupees are spent by TRF. It's a very beautiful program designed by Rotary Foundation. And this time, for the year 2021-22, fellowship application program is going on, and last date is 31st of May. Any candidate, desirable candidate, may visit the website, Rotary's website, and they can apply for this program. But this is not a general study program. Therefore, we'll have to promote this program among the general community so that we can find out, we can cultivate the suitable candidate for it. I request all the Rotarians, all the incoming leaders, kindly to visit the Rotary's Peace Fellowship website at least for once to understand this unique program designed by TRF. I know all of you are computer savvy, so you can very well find all the details. It is very clearly mentioned who are eligible and who are not eligible. But my request is, initially, during 2002 to 2010, this program was not widely promoted all over the globe, and it was a little bit easy to get into this program. But nowadays, almost all the countries, 115 countries, are participating in this exclusive program, and therefore it is become tougher day by day. So while selecting peace scholars, while cultivating the peace scholars, my personal request to all the clubs, please consider it as a program where we are going to spend so much of money, and this outcome, or you can say the outcome of this training should directly go to the common public. Now, what type of candidates you will select? It's a big question. As it is not a regular educational program, you are not going to select any student. A person who is already working for peace and conflict resolution is the best suitable candidate for this. For that, you someone is working for literacy in a very remote area, maybe in very needy area. He is suitable. He may be the suitable candidate for this. Again, some people are working for dowry, preventive to prevent witch killing, working for ex-extremist, women empowerment, and like this social issues. They are already working at a suitable candidate for this course. Person from police, persons from general administration, those working for welfare of this underprivileged community, they are also eligible for this, suitable for this course. This training will enhance their ability to work more efficiently to bring sustainable peace to the community. Once again, I request you all to promote this unique peace program to cultivate sweet candidates. For better understanding of their ability to resolve conflict, I would like to share a short story. Yesterday also I shared this story, how they are working to the community. In a devastating flood, a village of Assam has villagers of an Assam has lost their cows. In association with some social organization, government has decided to distribute cow among those people, and the condition was that who is the most damaged, he will get more cow. The cow has been purchased by this organization, and it was the time to distribute the cows. But a very pertinent question arises: who is the most damaged one? Man who had 10 cows and lost 3, and person who has 5 cows has lost 5. Who is the most damaged one? And another person, he had only 1 cow and he has lost it. This cow and milk was the basic source of this village, and district administration was confused how to resolve this issue. Suppose one person has lost 5 cows out of 10, and government decided to give him 5 cows, and the man who had 5 cows, and now government is unable to decide whether how many cows he will get. Under this situation, we have deputed our peace scholars from our district to resolve this issue. They have gone there, start dialogue with the villagers, and somehow with their skills, they resolved it very beautifully. They skipped a probable violence at that village, and from there onwards, whenever any communal situation take place in our district, basically in the Assam, government of Assam, people from government of Assam, people from administration used to contact us, used to contact our peace scholars to resolve this issue. So there was a general question: we have created so many peace scholars, and where are they? It's normal question from our members. So I like to share with them that this way our peace scholars are working. Those who are in police, they are working for ex-extremists that happen to be one of the critical situation in our state, in our region. So this way, all the peace scholars are working very efficiently. I request you all, please promote this peace program, unique peace program of Rotary Foundation. Go to your community, select and cultivate peace scholars. that we can make change to our community. With these words, I would like to conclude my session. Thank you, Subhashis. Thank you, Chandu. And thank you, Danny.
Thank you. Thank you, Budin. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Buddin, for your presentation, your fashion. You are very really fascinated about the peace. Since it was the district governor last 5 years, your continuity motivating everyone for the peace and always coordinate with all the peace scholars we have in our district 3240. You have made a group and always be in touch. Is a good sign. So because of you, we are also in touch with all our peace scholars. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. I am sure that if any club wants to propose for the peace scholars, they can get in touch with Buddin. I am sure that he will help them out how to go for it. Thank you so much, Buddin. So moving ahead, we have a learned Rotarian past president Vinod Khetan from 3291, who has been to our district many a times as a faculty of the RIL and trained our Rotarians. And now in our district 3240 also we have a quite number of faculty members who have attended RIL 1, 2 and 3 and are graduated. Thank you so much for your continued support and be in touch with 3240. You are available all the times on the call of the 3240. Thank you so much for your bonding with us. Now I invite past President Vinodji Khetan from 3291 to share his thoughts on how to create a service project. Vinodji, you are welcome. Please.
Chandu, followed by past President Mohan Kumar also.
Yeah. Sorry. Will be followed in the same topic. Will be followed by past President Mohan Kumar, KV from the district 3190. So I welcome both of them on this e-Pathshala and request them to share their time and talent with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chandu. Just to save time, I leave out the decencies that are required. The topic is creating service projects. Creating, what do you mean by creating? Creating is having a vision. And RI has given us a beautiful vision, and they expect all the leaders and all the clubs to follow that vision. So with that vision, we also have to make the strategic plan so that by planning, we can then execute bigger, better, and bolder projects. So with these few words, I would request, because you're going very late, Chandu, I would request Mohan to make his presentation, and it will be a very good presentation. And I hope that the leaders of your district will take advantage of this. So thank you very much. I have to leave for another meeting actually. So I'll say thank you very much again to Raja also. And I'm sorry that I have to leave actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Vinodha. Thank you, Vinodha. And really apology for the delay that been done. Anyway, we'll have you later in some other videos. Thank you.
Thank you. Mohan, can you start?
Denny, unmute Mr. Mohan.
Carry on, Mohan.
He is unmuted.
Oh, he is unmuted already.
Yeah.
So he's not audible.
Yeah, there's some problem with his audio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible now?
Yes.
So let me make it quick because we are running behind schedule. And I also understand that we have one more speaker. And today what I'm going to share is that we will be looking at how to create a service project and sustain a project. Just like membership, even sustaining is very important. Hence, I've added the word sustaining. Now, is my screen share visible? Hello?
Yes,
Yes, it
Mohan.
is visible.
Visible.
Fine. So firstly, if you look at it, the session goals is, right, what is the life cycle of a service project? Then what's the process and what are the key attributes we need to look at when you're trying to understand the community? What are the sources resources we acquire, and implementation of a service project. Last but least, we'll be looking at measurement, analysis, improvement, and publicizing of the project also. So if you look at what is the life cycle of a service project, any effective service project, if it follows this life cycle, it will be very effective. So the key phases of a service project is, the first phase is planning. The second phase is acquiring resources. The third phase is project implementation, for which most of us are good at. And the last one is, right, the evaluation and the promotion. And also in this, I would add the publicizing, which Rotary International is emphasizing a lot on these days. So when you look at what are the things you need to know before you start working with the community and during the whole process is, the first thing is we need to do a club visioning exercise, and the project goals and the club goals need to align with each other. If you don't do, then what happens is haphazardly you start picking up every project that comes up the way. So the club needs to conduct a visioning exercise. Based on the visioning exercise, you'll also come up with a strategic plan. So I will not discuss the elements of strategic plan at a club level. When you go and meet the community, you have to go with a mindset that you are there to learn. Don't assume that you know everything, right? There is something that we can take back from the community. There is a learning curve. So please go with that mindset. Even before we go and do a community need assessment, understand what are the cultural issues there, understand what are the strengths, understand, right, what are the needs even before you go there, so that what happens is when you go there, you are better prepared. Do not go with an assumption that you know the community needs even before you go there. This is a single fundamental mistake that what we make is we sit in boardrooms, we sit in AC chambers, and then we decide from here that I know what the community wants. It is actually the other way around. You need to spend time, ask them, and also it is very important that we listen to them. If you don't listen to them, we will start assuming that we know everything. In the cultural context of working with the rural population, especially and stuff like that, make sure that all the stakeholders are included and you take a feedback from them. A specific example will be, now let us take, say you're talking about comfort stations, toilets, and let us take, say, right, there is open defecation, etc. and stuff like that. And culturally, the women don't come and speak in front of the men. So have mechanisms where even the women can actually come and then give you a feedback. You decide how you want to do that. The objective of any service project is not just doing a project and then coming back. In the whole process, what you're going to do is you're going to build up right capacities. The capacities could be leadership, it could be local resources, it could be local talent, anything and like that. Ensure your project will build the foundation by which, right, the community is able to take it further from there. You have to leverage upon a lot of strengths. The community will have, right, a certain knowledge base. There is a certain success over there. Let's take, say you are working in the agricultural sector. It is important that you go and speak to a successful farmer, and maybe he's got a successful farming practice. So understand why he is successful. Take him and then go and use him to spread the word so that the buy-in becomes very happy. So you look at the knowledge base, and also try to look at any local resources available. It could be a local break, it could be a local material, it could be a local know-how, anything at the try to leverage upon the community strength. There is always, whenever you go into the rural side, somebody else is already working on something similar or something different. Try to ensure that you leverage your partnership by extending your collaboration even to them. Ask them also to come on board, and they will share their experiences in terms of what they have undergone. Sustainability is something I'm sure is being spoken, right, in Rotary very often. There are many definitions of sustainability, but one simple sustainability definition that at this given point of time we can confine ourselves to is that after all the grant funds have been spent, can the project sustain on its own? So building that sustainability wherever it is relevant and practical, irrespective of whether it is founded by the Rotary Foundation or not. Make these as simple principles in your project. Last but least, right, as much as possible and things like that, let us try to do a baseline survey, and then let us look at some impact measurements of your project, right? DG Sabashis was mentioning to me that next year, 2021, you're going to take up, right, a lot of, right, bench projects. What is the situation before you have taken it up? What could change because of providing bench? Has my attendance rates gone up? Has my literacy rates gone up? What is it that contributed to? So those metrics, key performance indicators, need to be identified based on the baseline survey. Now, when it comes to acquiring the resources, which is the second phase of the project, as I told you earlier, there will be a lot of, right, knowledge base, right, and resources available locally. So look for that. Second is you look for what are the grant options that are available, either in the form of, right, a global grant, a district grant. Now very specific to the COVID, right, you have COVID specific grants at the club. Look for those options. Crowdsourcing is very important. Many clubs, especially in India, they have just started, but they're not using it very effectively. Let me give you an example. A Philippines club showcased on, their thing on Rotary.org on showcase, telling that, right, we intend to provide spectacles to, right, X number of people. There was a club in the US which exactly had the same budget. Both of them came together and they did the project, right? So showcasing your project is very, very essential. In this form, what happens is you can crowdsource not only for money, you can crowdsource for knowledge, you can crowdsource for volunteers also. As far as RCC is concerned, I'm sure your district is one of the leaders in India is concerned, right? So collaborate and make sure the RCC is effectively involved. So then what happens is, right, they take the ownership and you will see an effective service project. The Rotary Action Groups is very, very essential for us to understand what is the Rotary Action Group. What the Rotary Action Group does is basically they are advocacy in nature. So let us take, say, you are doing a project on water and sanitation. So you could go up to the Rotary Action Group on water and sanitation. They could give you the complete technical know-how to do the water and sanitation project. If you take the Mozambique country, the entire, right, technical expertise was provided by the Wasra group. So there are about 30 Rotary Action Groups. Make sure that you leverage upon the strength. So in some places, they're also connected to global partners. And in a few cases, they're also able to connect and you'll be able to raise, some basic money as such, even though that is not their objective. No matter whom you work with, be it right, the local partners, the NGOs, the government, anybody and things like that, right? Let one of the key objectives be that you build and nurture the partnership, and this partnership, let it be beyond this particular project as such. Let us not confine our relationship only to a particular project. Networking is very, very essential. You network at the club events, you network at district events, and also you get huge opportunities when you work, network, right, with Rotary Action Groups, Rotary Fellowship Groups, and the International Convention. Especially in the International Convention, when you go there and spend time in House of Friendship, you get to know so many people, what they are doing, what you can do, and it's a great opportunity for you to work together. Just like how Karthik spoke on earlier and like that, make sure you have mechanisms to involve the youth, and they're going to matter a lot. The next phase is implementing the service project, for which most of the Rotarians and the clubs are very good at that. But a few takeaways from this is you ensure that the tasks are delegated. So when you delegate the task, it doesn't become the ownership or the owners of only, right, the chairman of the project or the club president or just one or two people as such. In the planning phase, you define your review frequency. Suppose let us take, say your project is for 24 months. Define the frequency to say once in every 3 months minimum, there will be a review, right, of the project. This review, you also include your donors and your end user community who are actually benefiting it. So this way what will happen is there will be a lot of transparency. Especially this will be helpful whenever there's a scope change, because all of these people are knowing what exactly is happening. Tomorrow if there is any project scope change, easily the acceptance comes in. Budget is something which is finalized in the planning stage itself, and in the implementation phase you make sure that you are sticking to the budget. So this happened where you have clear governance, your procurement practices are as per, right, your governance policies, everything approved by the board, everything approved by the committee and things like that. And make sure, right, you do not exceed your budget, and if you do exceed, please go through the necessary approvals. It is very important to define the retention times of the documents, the records. Now if you look at it from a statutory perspective from India, minimum you need to maintain it for 7 years. There could be sometimes what will happen is it could be a donor specific requirement. Ascertain with them how many years do I need to maintain these records. So please list down what are all the documents or the records that you need to retain. Define, right, what will be the period. And for clubs who don't have offices and things like that, identify one place or one Rotarian where the documents will be retained. And in these days of the digital era, you could probably use the virtual world. You could use probably, you know, something like a Google Drive or anything, and then you have, right, your documentation retention taken place. It's always a good opportunity for us to grow and bring in new members. So what is the method? Way out is to bring in prospective members, show them the sort of work that what we do, and also make sure, right, there is some amount of fun in it. People will enjoy as much as we are very focused on the project. Bring in some element of fun. This will again depend on the culture. This will depend on the project as such, and this is very, very generic. As I told you, the measurement of the data is very important. Keep sharing the reports frequently with the stakeholders. Last but least, no matter how small the project is, no matter what be the size of the project, make sure that you build in creativity and innovation in every aspect of what you do. The last phase of a service project is where you measure, analyze, improve, and then you publicize the project. So what is it you measure? So let us come back again to that example of the desk project. So you said that you will provide, right, so many benches across so many schools, right, over a period of time. Whether did you achieve that? Next, you get down to impact analysis. By doing this, right, what have we achieved, right? Did we achieve, right, good attendance rates? Did we achieve good literacy rates? Whatever be the relevant, right, impact, that has to be captured. It has to be analyzed. What the analysis will do is, if you have done something good, can I continue that? If I have not done something, can I do a root cause analysis, and then can I look at some corrective and preventive action for a similar project or for some other project where it is applicable? And in the process of doing this analysis, measurements, etc., if Rotary Club does not have the bandwidth to do this, please engage the RCC, the Rotractors, the inner wheel members, or any of the family of the Rotarian, so they take up their job. And then hereby what you do is you create an effective engagement process. Sharing our story is very, very important. Articulation is very, very important. RI is emphasizing very heavily on that. And this is also done as per our earlier strategic plan, where it spoke about enhanced public image and awareness. So how do you do that? You could do that at a club level through your newsletters, at your district level You could do that through your GMLs. You could do it in your club website, district website, social media, and last but least, print and digital media. Because at the end of the day, we need to show that we are people for action. So publicize the project, and if possible, and like that, right? Make a budgetary thing even for publicizing the project. Many a times we don't take this into consideration. We only look into execution of the projects and things like that. At the end of the day, you are brand ambassador, right, for your Rotary Club and for Rotary at large. What you do, how you articulate, how you present yourself, that matters now to the civil society at large. Ensure that, right, you are a brand ambassador for Rotary, and we will not have any issues as far as, right, membership attraction is concerned. And once we have a good engagement practice, I'm sure all the members are engaged and we will be able to retain our members. So I would like to end with a thing where if you look at more than 75% of the population in India, they are on the rural side and things like that. I represent a foundation from the US called the Ellen Meadows Prosthetic Hand Foundation as a global ambassador. And in India, we have ensured over 18,000 people have been provided free artificial hands worth about 51 crores without taking a single penny, right? So reach the unreached is the focus, and that is what our RI president elect also speaks about. He says for everything that what we do, we open an opportunity somewhere. So such a relevant theme that what we have, and I'm confident with the sort of leadership that what you have in your DG next year will be extremely successful, and you will be effective in the whole process. So I complete my session here. If you have any questions, you can text me. I understand you're running short of time, or you can always get in touch with me through your DG Subhashish. Thank you very much.
Thank you, past President Mohan. Chandra, you are there?
Yeah, I am here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, past President Mohan Kumar from 3190 for the wonderful presentation yesterday and today also. I'm sure this will be a very helpful for the Rotarians, especially the incoming leaders of 3240 at the club levels who are going to lead in 2021 and will be highly benefited. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, sir.
Now, moving ahead, we have the Rotary online presentation by our incoming Assistant Governor, past President Abhishek Jitani. Invite him to take further and request him to take note of the time. We are running very behind schedule, so please try to expedite and brief and explain about the Rotary online, please. Abhishek.
Thank you, past District Governor Chandru Agarwal. I hope I am. Am I audible?
Yes, Abhishek. Yes.
You are audible. You are visible.
Subhashita, can you please share the presentation? Subhashita, can you please share the presentation? So welcome everyone. The very important thing that is regarding the www.rotary.org. This is something which every president and incoming officer need to be completely on toes regarding this, because nowadays all kinds of reporting are done through technology, that is through this website, that is www.rotary.org. Next, please. This is the site which you get once you log into your My Rotary account. I will not get into the details of how you create your My Rotary account and everything. I believe everyone has a My Rotary account. So this is the site where you get your My Rotary account. Next, please. Here, when you go to the manage option, you can see a option called administration on the extreme left hand side. Next. you need to click on club administration. Next. When you click on club administration, these are the two important things that we need to look into. One is the club finance, that is the club invoice, and other is the club and the member data. Next. When you click on club administration, this is the page that you will get. You can see club, under club finance you find club invoice, then under club and member data you find update member data, where you can see how you add, edit and remove members, add, edit, remove club officers, how you record your new member sponsor, and update your club data like update meeting details, mailing address, and club contact information. So let's start with the club finance. Under club finance, you need to click on the club invoice. Once you click on the club invoice, this is the page which will come up. Here you can see, like, we don't need to wait for our assistant governor or the district governor to send you the invoice. On 1st of July and 1st of January, you open this page, you will find your club invoice here. This is a screenshot of Rotary Club of Guwahati City. That is my home club. From here, we download our own invoice. Next. Next is the club and the member data. In order to add, edit, or remove any members, we need to click on that. Add, edit, or remove members. Next. When you click on the add, edit, remove members, this is the page which comes up. You can see this is again a screenshot of my home club. This is the page where you get it. So in the above, you can see there is an option called add members. Next. When you click on add member, you will get a small pop-up that is either search for a Rotarian who is already a member of another club or add a member. Many times you have seen that already a past Rotarian joins a club, or maybe the club has been changed. So for in that case, we need to click on search for an existing member. When we click on that page, we get another pop-up where we need to give the ID of that particular member, and it will automatically search which what is the name of the member, what is the detail given there, and from there you can directly add that particular member. You don't need to enter any detail. What happens here is, suppose, say for example, today I am a member of Rotary Club of Guwahati City and I am a Paul Harris fellow. Now when I shift to another club, I can use my same ID for that, wherein along with me, even my TRF recognition and other past contributors towards the Rotary, that also gets transferred to the another club. Now, suppose in case if the member is not was not a past Rotarian, he is completely a new person who is new into Rotary, then you directly need to click into continue. Next. When you click into continue, you need to enter the complete details: name, gender, email address, language, his address, city, postal code, etc. In below, you can see whether he is an honorary member or an active member. You can select that, the date of admission, and who is the sponsor of that. When you click on the no sponsor information given here, when you click on the drop down box, you will get the entire list of the existing members of your club. You can select who have sponsored that particular Rotarian. Here, one thing is very important. Once, can you please, yeah, here one thing is very important: the email address. This particular email address here is very important, because that will be required when that particular member tries to make his My Rotary account. This particular email address has to be same. Next. Now, how do you terminate a member? You can see, like here you can see in screen, there is a name called Binay Agarwal. In just before his name, there is terminate button. You just need to click on terminate. Next. In terminate, you can see there is a termination reason given there. There are about 10-11 reasons here. All the explained in Rotary Manual of Procedure. You is the reason why it's being terminated. You can click select particular reason, and then you can choose the date of the termination. Now, one thing is very important, that either termination or addition, whatever is to be done, has to be done within 30 days of the actual date of action. For example, if a member has been terminated by the club on 5th April, his name has to be deleted within 30 days from the RI website. Next. Here you can see edit button. Through this, we can edit the information of the member like phone number, email address, age, etc. can be edited through this. Next. Now, add, edit, remove club officers. This is a very important thing unless and until, like for example, yes, you are the president, secretary or TRF chair or membership chair of your club, but how does Rotary International know that you are the president or secretary? Through this option only. Here your name has to be updated, then only Rotary International will know that you are the club officer. Under this page, you will get two things. One is the current year officers list, and another is the incoming year's officer list. These are the two things. Now, in order to assign an officer, you can see below executive secretary director, a assign button is there. You need to click on that particular assign button and you can update the name of the person who has been allotted for the post. Here, one thing is very, I would like to share a very important and good news to you all, that you will be very happy to know that for the year 2020-21, Rotary International District 3240 is one of the first districts entire Rotary International to have completed 100% incoming officers assignment in Rotary.org website. Thanks to the motivation by District Governor-elect Subhashish Chatterjee. Next. These are the 6 posts that we need to update, and these 6 posts have the designations, have the capacity to update, edit, delete, or modify the data. Those are the president, secretary, the membership chair, the Rotary Foundation chair, treasurer, and if your club has any executive secretary or director. Next. Another important thing is the reports. When you go to manage, and there you will find the option reports. Click on the reports. Next, under reports, these are the important reports like individual reports, and in which you will find the donor history report. Donor history report is one of an individual Rotarian can check about a complete passbook kind of a thing of his Rotary Foundation history of whatever he have contribution to the annual fund or polio. Then is membership. You can find the list of active and terminated members of your club since the time club has been chartered. My Rotary account status, you can check how many members of your club have an active My Rotary account. Contribution and recognition, club giving to the TRF. You can see during the DG visit, if you see, we always need a TRF report and we contact the AG, we contact the DG from where do we get this report. You don't need to worry about that. You can download it at one click on this website. You will have the entire report of your club since the time it was chartered. And another important thing, under awards, you can find the dashboard for the Rotary International citation, where you can check your status of where your club stands in terms of Rotary International citation. Next. This is a sample of the report of the My Rotary account status. This was a report of my club taken on 6 February 2018. So you can see, for example, Avimanyu Saraf, he has a My Rotary account, so his email is there. Now, if you see Devatpal Goswami, he does not have an email account there. So that means he has not yet registered in My Rotary. But right now, my club stands at 100%. This is the old report. So similarly, you can also check the report of your club. Then you can check this club recognition summary. If you click on this, you can find the entire foundation giving of your club since the time it was chartered. Even for the members who have left the club, you can see the report that yes, that he was a PHF or not, whether he have contributed anything or not. Next. Then the most important thing today that we require is Rotary Club Central. We have been always hearing Rotary Club Central, Rotary Club Central. This is Rotary Club Central. Go to manage, click on Rotary Club Central. Here, in Rotary Club Central, the most important thing is Goal Center. Every year we need to update our goals. For that, we need to go to Goal Center. You can see the year 2017-18 is written there. You need to click on the forward arrow and bring it to 2020-21 in order to set the goals of 2021. Next. This page is open. You need to click on this edit button in order to enter the goals. Next. There are 5 different categories of goals. First is members and engagement. Here you need to enter the membership. In club membership, it is at the end of the year, that is on 30th June 2021, how many members will be there in your club, the total number that you need to take. Service participation, how many members of your club will participate in service projects. New member sponsorship, how many members will bring new members to your club, Rotarian action group participation, leadership development participation, district conference attendance, Rotary fellowship participation, district training participation. Now this is the district training assembly. How many of your club members are participating in the district training assembly? Please enter your goal as well as put it in the achievement that yes, this many members have participated in district training assembly. Next. So see here, this is the way you set your goal. Once you click on edit, that button will come into save and cancel. Your club membership, you have to click on the select option. Select goal is a checkbox. You have to check that, and then in goal you have to enter the number. For example, you think that your club will be in 55 number of members at the end of your term. You need to mention it as 55. Similarly, for service participation, new member service, you have to enter the goals and then click on save button to save your goals. Next. See here, you have to click on select goal and then enter the value. Under Rotary Foundation, members and benefactors. Next. Will give you 2021. Please keep in mind one thing. This year, DGE has planned that gold should be minimum $100 per capita. For example, if you have your club has 50 members, then your gold minimum should be $5,000. 50 into 100, minimum $5,000 should be your goal. Next. You can enter your goals in any currency. Even Indian national rupees is given there. You can even enter your goal in that currency if you wish. Generally, by default, it's taken as US dollars. In the service project, you need to enter how many services will your club undertake in the entire Rotary year, maybe 10, 15, 20, 25, whatever. Next. Under young leaders, it's Rotary clubs, Interact clubs, inbound youth exchange student, outbound youth exchange student, RILA participation. How many Rotary clubs will your club sponsor? How many Interact clubs will your club sponsor? How many inbound youth exchange students will your club host? Outbound youth exchange students your club sponsor? And how many RILA participants your club will be sponsoring? These are the 5 goals that you need to enter and youth leaders. Next. Under public image, whether your club has a strategic plan or not, whether it is online, your online presence is there or not, social activities, how many social activities will your club have other than the normal regular club weekly meetings, how many times your club website and social media accounts are being updated in a month, whether the media stories about your club are being published or not, and whether your club use official Rotary promotional materials or not. So this is the way we input our goals here for public image. Next. Next. Now, this is very important. If you remember, under service project, we have given that we need to update on how many service project our club will take up. But that particular service project, how will Rotary International know that, yes, you have done 10 service project or 12? For that, we need to enter our goals here, our achievements here, that yes, this many service projects we have done. For that, Rotary Showcase is a very important thing. We need to go to Rotary Showcase. Next. Now, this is how we go to Rotary Showcase. Take action, and then we need to click on Rotary Showcase. Next. Here, once you click on Rotary Showcase, this is the page we will get where we need to click on add a new project. Please click on add a new project. Then the next page will come up. Next. You have to enter the project title, the project overview, and a detailed report about the project in maximum 1000 characters. Next. Then what was the project location? Here you need to select India. Then the start of the project, date of end date of the project, under which area of focus is the project taken up. Where did you get the money for the project? Whether it was some club foundation or you have taken any Rotary grant, or what is the source of the income? How many volunteers were involved? How many volunteers hour was taken? All the details you need to input. Next. So this was the thing. And another important thing this year, in order to achieve Rotary International's President citation, it is very easy. We have to enter a total of 25 goals in Rotary Club Central, out of which a club needs to achieve 13 goals to get the RI President citation. There is no other criteria for that. So kindly set your goals such a way that you should be sure that yes, you can achieve the RI President citation and can achieve 13 goals. So that was from my side. If any questions are there and if time permits, I'm ready to answer.
Thank you, Abhishek. We will take up the question on a one-to-one basis later on. As we are running little late, we are late for lunch. So I would request District Trainer Chandu to kindly sum up and adjourn this session for the next session to be come up. Chandu, please take over. Yes. Danny, can you unmute Chandu?
Yeah, I'm doing that only right now.
Okay.
I think Chandu can unmute from his side. It's not happening from here. Maybe he has to do it from his side.
Chandu, you need to unmute from your end.
He's not there. He's not there.
Okay. Okay, no problem, friends. That's fine. We are a little late completing the first session, but I'm sure we had a definitely a refreshing session in the first half with RIDNs addressing and then question answer and followed by a few other prolific speakers. Thank you very much for joining in the first session. We will adjourn this session for lunch and we will come up with a login at 3:45 once again. So I do not want to stay further in between you and your lunch. Go ahead, have a good lunch and come back 3:45, log in and 4 o'clock we will start our second session. Chandu has come back. Chandu, just I was concluding and you can just sum up and you can adjourn this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek, for the presentation. Since this is one of the vital things right now we have because of the situation, everything has been digital. So each and every Rotarians, especially the incoming board from president to all the committee members has to be full knowledge and must have been knowing everything, how to work online, because this is the digital era and the COVID-19 has forced us to use the maximum use of the digital area, and we should be aware of this, how we can upload and how we can go ahead in our website and how we can be in touch with the other Rotary members and can perform our responsibilities as incoming leaders in the year 2021. If you need more assistance, you can always get in touch. If you find any problem to face when you go through the website or the club center or whatever, you can call us. We have a dedicated team of dedicated team who can assist you. Our district governor elect himself, the Danny, these are the pioneers. Abhishek, I'm sure that they will help you out, and we should make ourselves be in touch and perform our duties as a incoming team in 2021 and take our districts and our club to a new height. With these words, we break for the lunch, and I request all of you to please log in again. A different password and ID is already been circulated to all of you. If you do not have, please send us message or call us. We will, our district governor elect will share the same, or you can get in touch with your respective incoming assistant governor. Please log in by 3:45 to 4 p.m. We will have the online fellowship and we will be in business from 4 p.m. We have the guest of honor, Trustee Rotary International Director nominee Valerie, and we have the other resource person who are going to be there with us in the next 2 hours from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. With these words, go enjoy your lunch and come back at 3:45. Thank you so much. And I adjourn for the lunch. Thank you.
Should I end the meeting?